On this Friday Eve from Tennessee, TNA Wrestling from the Pinnacle in Nashville will show you tonight that there is no surrender as we bring you coverage this Friday evening for TNA Wrestling. Welcome, everybody, to the discussions. We are just mere minutes away from the countdown. And of course, you can follow us right now on TNA Plus, and the show will be exclusively for TNA Plus subscribers come the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and make an impact on this Friday evening. And again, please remain hashtag Spoiler3 for SmackDown as we are focusing here primarily and strictly on TNA Wrestling. So with that being said, welcome to the TNA Wrestling live watch event courtesy of Live Studios. This is TNA No Surrender. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Super Reliable Studios for another live watch event. Exclusively tonight, we are focusing on TNA Wrestling. You know what this is. For I am the simple man of the simple brand, the voice of SOS Forever Grateful of Professional Wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noah Foster. I thank you all as always for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. You want to dictate the conversation, super chat, pay by the patch. It's as simple as that. I am never alone as we try to be that reliable outlook for all professional wrestling coverage for you. As with me always working 24/7, 365, day and night, all the time. It is Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz. Again, subscribe today to the Rage of Wrestling. Walter, how are you? Here we are once again making an impact together with TNA No Surrender this evening. How are you, my friend?
Doing okay. I somehow made it to a thing later than you, but no, I was picking up my son from the bus stop, and the bus ran a little late.
That happens again. Priorities over passions, and sometimes TNA runs a little bit late when it comes to how they kick things off. But we'll see how they go here. Of course, it's the first TNA PLE since Genesis. Of course, starting off the new era since they've been on AMC 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday evenings. To bring you up to speed, here is tonight's card. We of course know we have two matches on the countdown. We will see Sinner and Saint and the Timu Nemeth in ring action. There is no justification right now on who their opponents could be, but I imagine Sinner Saint's got to be on everybody's radar when it comes to maybe becoming future challengers for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. As we transition from there, we will get a Knockouts Battle Royal where the winner will receive a future TNA Knockouts World Title shot, regardless if Laylan Lee or Anna or Grace leave with the gold tonight from Nashville, Tennessee. BDE goes one-on-one with a man looking to cleanse TNA against Eric Young. What can we expect out of this first time ever singles grudge encounter? Everything and everything. He already been pile driven once. Let's see if BDE knows how to counter that point. Stax will defend the TNA International Championship against Trey Miguel, who earned the opportunity in the Feast or Fire briefcases. We'll see if Trey Miguel can win his first piece of singles gold. He was previously the X Division champion, who was last signed to TNA Wrestling. In a unique matchup, we have the Righteous working alongside the Hardys against the Order 4. Ahead of Mustafa Ali taking on Elijah in a guitar casket match tomorrow on Impact for those that'll be at the tapings, of course, for Saturday. We'll see if this 8-man squad goes the righteous way, or once again in Ali, do you trust when it comes to the power and trust of Special Agent Zero? This is bizarre to say the least, but this should be interesting and lead to some unique circumstances. And can the Great Hands maybe get one step closer to maybe challenging the Hardys for the TNA Tag Team Championships? Only time will tell. Jeff Hardy's definitely not going in 100%, though, after getting dropped in his head thanks to Bear Bronze of the system during that 8-man tag this Thursday on, of course, TNA Wrestling. We also know we have the TNA Knockouts World Championship on the line. That's Ariana Grace and Team Morella's, of course, daughter, the daughter of the director of 40. She will go after the gold against Layling Lee, where we know Dana Luna's waiting. And, of course, the champion here will wait for the winner of the Knockouts Battle Royal. Is Layling Lee about to thunderstruck Ariana Grace back to NXT, or are we going to get a WTF with a Cobra strike in 2026? Wait and see. The Knockouts Tag Team Championships on the line as well as Elegance brand M and headed by Elegance will defend the gold against Indi Hartwell and Brookside after Indi Hartwell was able to pin the Elegance brand in 6-woman tag team action. As of course, the Angel Warriors are all busy tonight and all are looking to leave with the ghost. Looking Indian President Zaya soar to new heights and receive our first championship since joining TNA Wrestling. Find out tonight. And of course, it all culminates in our main event, which could have huge implications. As Mike Santana and Leon Slater go in tag team action against Nick Nemeth, who still has the call your shot, and Eddie Edwards, who is the next challenger anytime he wants, as he, of course, has the TNA World Championship Feast or Fire briefcase. And could this be a step closer for Leon Slater catching option C? Could Destination X be returning? Wait and see. That and so much more ahead as we look towards Sacrifice Rebellion that was just announced for Cleveland, Ohio. But tonight we focus on Nashville, Tennessee in the Pinnacle as we see who truly shows no surrender tonight, courtesy of TNA Wrestling. So, Walter, how you feeling overall about the card this evening? And right now, of course, folks, he's multitasking. As of course, you are with us on TNA Plus. The countdown is officially about to begin live as we got a video package here, and we will see soon enough what we kick things off with. Sandy, good to see you as always, and hope the Olympics are treating you well. Dwayne Atkinson, appreciate you as well. And figure those, by the way, that of course taking part of the Impact Wrestling City Predicting League. Of course, your predictions are final now. Good luck to all of you. As we got a beautiful overhead shot of downtown Nashville, Tennessee, as we are in the pinnacle. And much more than music will be at play tonight, despite the fact I think Elijah will show up. Probably on a horse, if I'm being perfectly honest. Dwayne Atkinson figuring that Leon Slater is going to challenge with option C. Again, we'll see if that happens as we see Eddie Edwards in the system reboot. Brian Myers, Bear Bronson, Cedric Alexander making their way into the building, as well as the Call Your Shot Gauntlet holder, Nick Nemeth, who, of course, could cash in his opportunity anytime he wants and could spoil Eddie Edwards' chance if he wants to as well. And there you see the youngest in charge, the OG from the UK. Yeah. Of course, talking about Leon Slater, the youngest ever X Division champion.
How did
And
they
of
miss the
course,
chance to have righteous versus sinner and saint? It like goes together. Somebody doesn't study the Bible or something. Somebody just went over their head.
well, again, we'll find out what else goes over people's heads tonight as we get ready for tag team match. It looks like Sinner City are going to kick things off with local talent TW3 and Brad Attitude as we get action underway here.
Who the hell are these guys?
Well, again, like I said, local talent. For those that don't know, I've seen local talent from Tennessee, including one, of course, J-Rod, who, of course, defended her gold against Rachel Lay. Thank you again to Rachel Lay, who gave us her time. Please go check out our interview, folks, and follow Rachel Lay on the X and her continued wrestling journey. And, of course, we have Matthew Raybon and Tom Hannigan, the voices of TNA Wrestling, on our screen, doing Don West and Mike Tenay proud, in my opinion, since they've taken that seat.
I won't judge a book by its cover because you never know what hidden gems we got.
That's the beauty of the wrestling business. Again, always fun the grind. And Sinner and Saint, they know all about the grind. You happen to know these two men out of Canada and Prestige Wrestling. Of course, Icarus and Judas.
He's not even 100% because he looks like he got a sling or something.
Well, it's been a little over a month since we last saw Sinner and Saint, but it's not like they've just been, sitting on the sidelines, not in action.
Been about months since. What happened to the whole storyline of somebody working with NXT or something?
Again, I think that, you're trying to add WWE and storytelling to a TNA product. They don't give a dang, dude, all right?
Wasn't there like an invasion and Eric Young and all this weird stuff?
Well, as far as I know, Eric Young's still trying to bring a cleanse, not a purge. And whether or not we get an idea of what that is tonight, that still remains to be seen. For those that are wondering, by the way, Brad Attitude is a freelancer out of the, North Carolina area. Previous background in football and baseball. 23 years involved in this game.
Is that to keep your shoulder and your back straight or something?
I'm pretty sure that's, it's because, of course, there's probably tension in that right shoulder. Stomp to the foot and side headlock applied now by Brad Attitude. Big dude with attitude.
This dude towers him, too.
Well, he is 6'4".
He looks every bit of it.
By the way, believe it or not, this guy was trained by Dusty Rhodes, if you will. Again, folks, get 1 month free using the code NOSURRENDER26 and be part of the conversation on the X using the hashtag NOSURRENDER. There's a cover by Travis. And a 2 by Reverie Frank Costello. And a tag made now. And, of course, one man Nick Nemeth is also familiar with these two. I've always up for independent showcase, as, of course, we've seen many a times in and out of Explosion. I'm sure things are going to explode in the Knockouts division when it comes to that Knockouts Battle Royale. Oh! The Sinner and Saint, meanwhile, the cover, back press the far leg, gets a 2 count.
It's a nice double team move.
Well, Saint's always been more of a technical background of this team. We talk about the different dynamics of tag team wrestling all the time here, Walter. As you see the total nonstop schedule scrolling across the bottom of your screen if you're with us, folks. Sacrifice will be the next time we cover TNA wrestling, of course, on PLE level. Before we head to Rebellion, that's in my neck of the woods in Cleveland, Ohio, in April. With a fake out punch.
Ooh, that back elbow.
The Irish whip reversal, handspring. Oh, man. Somersault drop kick.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Covered, and 2 count there. You think about, again, this independent showcasing, what would it mean for these two to have an impression on Sinner and Saint, let alone a pinfall win on them. Scoop slam. An attack made.
Ooh, nice. I wonder if the Hardys will have their eyes on this and pay close attention. Because you never know, future contenders.
Cover now, got a far leg side press, gets a 2 count, Brad Attitude does.
Dude, Attitude is aggressive. I see why his last name is Attitude.
I mean, sometimes the name just speaks for itself, bruv. Sinner and Saint, have had that fair share of comparison, though, to the likes of Motor City Machine Guns when it comes to their cohesion and chemistry. Former Smash Tag Team Champions and former Defy Tag Team Champions, of course, and former Prestige Tag Team Champions. Oh, man, face first.
The hell was that? It was almost like a reverse F5.
Well, call it whatever you want. I call it effective. And tag made now. Last time we saw Judas Icarus and Travis Williams in action, ironically enough, was GCW earlier this month against, you guessed it, Buster and the Brain. Alex Price and Jordan Oliver, who are now all elite. Speaking of Buster and the Brain, stay tuned when we cover the new beginning from New Jersey when they take on Kushida and El Desperado in tag team action.
That's going to be good.
Well, again, there's so much wrestling to look forward to, including tonight. Of course, tomorrow we're covering AEW Grand Slam. And, of course, later on this month, we have WWE Elimination Chamber. And there's also a double feature coverage for GCW Game Changer Wrestling this weekend. So stay tuned, folks. As always, Simple Hour Studios, keeping you in tune with all the wrestling. The knife is shot there by Travis.
A newly heel Kushida, too, which I'd never seen this side of him.
Tag. And tag round again to Brad Attitude.
Smart, tag team wrestling 101, freaking tag, keep the fresh man in.
Speaking of TNA wrestling, you think about we're in Tennessee, the stomping grounds of TNA's true beginning. When you think about the Asylum days,
Nashville, right?
Yeah, big DDT there by Travis Williams, creating a critical moment to try and capitalize here and make the tag to Judas Icarus. Crowd still finally getting pinnacle.
He needs to tag desperately.
And again, though, Brad Attitude trying to hold Travis off. The Irish whip, handspring. Oh, lariat.
Okay.
That tag made, and tags made on both sides now. Judas Icarus now legal. I feel like Icarus is more of the aggressive striker of the duo. A bit more on...
Yeah, especially after that damn Larry he just did.
Whoa. That body drop by Icarus there.
The hell's on his mind?
And running in the corner. Oh, man.
I was not expecting a kick from that position.
Oh, man. Twisting brainbuster in the cover for the win and kick out of 2.
Yeah, I got to give him credit for kicking out of that because I thought it was about to be over.
Yeah, great heart being shown there.
Dude,
take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, he landed right in the back of his neck.
Yeah, and he twisted on it to even add more disorientation to his opponent. And again, Brad adds to the distraction, allowing them to take advantage that he falls back first against the top turnbuckle. Here comes Travis Williams now being double
looking at it.
Travis Williams not legal though, but Sinner and Saint again that awareness.
That's using your partner.
I love the teams that use their partners as effective weapons. Swing and a miss, but Travis did not miss with the wrecking ball drop kick.
That's rare. You usually do a single kick off of that. He did the actual drop kick. Ooh, he landed on his head, dude.
Yeah, but again, great change of direction, turning from east to south with that tope suicida.
He said move him out of the way. What is he doing? Running into the corner.
TNA champion outline of proud here, Sinner and Saint waking up the TNA faithful as Judas Icarus ascends to the top rope. May his wings not burn tonight, high underneath the Nashville sun. Split leg splash! Hover! Oh, Brad Attitude with the save.
Man, did you see the height he caught on that?
Yeah, Rob Van Dam would be proud of that.
Right?
Palm strike.
That was Japan's style height.
Big PK. Well, that take any man off their feet. They're all the same height when they're on the floor. Tag made now to Travis Williams. Travis Williams now legal. Previous members of the Northern Army, for those that don't know, could have been part of Eric Young's cleansing if they were still underneath his manipulation. Oh, combination offense in the corner. And now Williams Nicholas looking to set him up. Get to the face, the fisherman suplex with a bridge, and that is it.
That's a nice combo move as a finisher. That's
I'm
kind
not
of
sure
cool.
what you call that besides victory. Absolutely great showcasing here by BDE and company. But again, Sinner and Say come back strong here tonight at TNA Wrestling.
Maybe that's a kickerman suplex. Forget fisherman.
I expect more puns from you throughout the night. Great return home to Sinner and Sate tonight on the countdown to TNA No Surrender.
That was impressive.
And of course,
Hey,
as it
man.
continues here on the countdown, still to come, folks, Timu Nemeth will be in action. Go
Hardy
ahead, Walter.
better pay attention to the division and not ignore lower things. You don't know. All it takes is the right person to pay attention to you, and boom, you get title shots.
I mean, all it takes is 3 seconds, as we talk about all the time. And why the Tad Towers are not on the line, we just saw Sinner and Save. We have the Hardys up against the Righteous. People are lobbying for the Great Hands to be challengers. So this Tad division's got a little bit of a depth to it.
I swear this is a ruse, right? Righteous isn't on the Hardy side. Like, they just had a rivalry with them.
Let's go to meet Jim Miller backstage for an interview.
Damn, she wearing that. Woo. I guess love is in the air with Valentine's in that dress.
Action Mike Jackson?
The hell is he doing here?
It's like one of the oldest people I know that still freaking wrestles. Last time we saw him, I think, was the Reverse Battle Royale. Action Mike, of course. For those that don't know, Action Mike Jackson is still active, 76 years old, 52 years involved in this game.
You would think he's Japanese. They're the ones that stay in the game that long.
Well, I mean, to your point. And there's Steph Delaney and Vance Warner, who, of course, made their intentions known that they're back here to make sure the age of Warner takes over. Don't book Mike Jackson versus Vance Warner, all right? Let the dude live. Just but not more than disrespect. Oh, you look at Mike Jackson standing up for Jay Miller.
This will be the definition of a mismatch. Dude, even Steph DeLander, I don't know if she's wearing heels or something. Even she's bigger than Mike. Huh? Don't book this. Don't book this. Please don't book this.
I think we just got a match book, playa.
Oh God. Director of Authority or what is she calling herself?
The suits.
Yeah, just a suit. She doesn't have a position.
I suppose not. And meanwhile, wow, well, this is a unique return. Alan Angels.
The hell did he come from?
Well, previous Prestige Wrestling champion. At one point, he was part of TNA Wrestling, one of the worst talk shows ever, with one of the cheapest butts ever saw.
I remember that.
I vaguely remember it, and I'm trying to forget it.
I was just gonna. You took the words out of my mouth. I said I was trying to forget it.
What was it called? What was it called? Like the mic drop, I believe. Anyway. Yeah, sound check. Thank you, Tom Hennigan. Sound check. I knew it was something with sound, but I was like, I haven't remembered that in a long time. But yes, folks, it's Alan Angels versus the Timu Nemeth. And of course, Ryan Nemeth got his ass kicked by a lady last night on TNA Wrestling in an Albuquerque street fight, and rightfully so.
She's probably going to interfere in this.
Look, if it means that we get Ryan Nemeth's face kicked off again where he needs freaking rhinoplasty at some point, then I'm all for it.
I don't know. Sade needs to move on. Maybe she needs to win this battle royal. Forget about
Well,
Ryan.
I'm thinking that Albuquerque street fight was the final super kick and the reason to move on. This is just something for Ryan Nemeth to try and stroke his own ego, whatever little bit that he got left. Let's not forget also Turkey Bowl winner that had to wear the turkey suit last year.
She got to be involved in the battle royal, right?
Well, I would think so. Again, folks, still to come tonight, we got this impromptu singles match. You heard me right. It's Ryan Nemeth versus Alan Angels. Knockouts Battle Royale, where the winner will receive a future TNA. Wait a second.
Kaz.
What the hell is Kazarian doing here? He's not even booked for tonight. Well, it appears we have company. The clown of TNA has arrived on our screen.
I mean, he's been pissed since losing the title to Santana.
Well, let's see what the self-proclaimed king in his own head has to say here tonight.
You gotta earn it again, baby boy. You got no more call your shot.
Nashville, Tennessee. The only 10 I see is me. Oh, good grief. That's not the cheapest pickup line I've ever heard of. For those that might have been a little bit sour by my words, I stand by them because there's a reason why America has over 50% divorce on both sides of the gender scale.
That's like a 1976 pickup line over there.
Wait, is he taking this match out of play and putting in the King's court?
He's doing a talk show?
I guess so. Wait, this isn't official, right? You can't do that.
Can they just both kick him in the face?
The hell? Debatable.
Well, it means I don't have to see Ryan anymore. Go ahead.
The King's speech apparently has taken over the countdown. Okay.
He said legally I still get paid.
I guess technically that's true.
Yeah, it shows how much you mean to TNA there, Ryan.
Oh, great. He got a brand new TNA contract. A much deserved stretch. Okay, so TNA is going to go broke again. Got it. It's me leading TNA.
Do you realize that there's about 12 pounds that you're missing that doesn't say you're the leader of TNA?
Delusion is a very powerful drug, Walter.
I don't know. There's something made of, gold that you're kind of missing.
The audience chanting what I believe, and that is, we don't care. No, because I literally got a haircut and a shave and a shower today. So again, fuck off.
I just got a haircut too.
Saying Mike Santana stole his world title. You lost it fair and square in a freaking Texas death match.
Said he wrestled it under what?
Taped him and fought like a man. Sure you did.
He's saying he fought injured.
Alan Angel is just sitting in here. I mean, if Alan Angels is learning anything, this is kind of what a talk show budget looks like.
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting to kick him in the mouth.
Well, we got 10 minutes of this nonsense, so I guess he's just going to keep jabbing. Leon Slater, Division Champion. That's correct. Of course, you're a former 6-time Division Champion.
Don't tell me he wants to get back that X Division title.
And he's talking about using option C. I think Kazarian is trying to plant seeds of dissension between Mike Santana and Leon Slater. He just knows Alan Angels is still listening.
Yeah, he just realized that he's got a front row seat.
And I think Alan's even saying what the audience is saying. Wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up. We want wrestling, not you talking.
Your dad should have wrapped it up.
Alan, just kick him in the sunglasses.
Are those goggles or sunglasses?
I don't know. Blind him. I don't care. If it means we don't have to hear Kazarian anymore tonight, then I'm perfectly fine with that. Thank you, Alan. Seizing the microphone to shut Cass the fuck up.
I think he's going to do a sound check.
It has been over a year since Alan Angel's been in TNA. Yeah, he is the biggest asshole since Ken Anderson, and Ken Anderson was tolerable.
Much like MJF, he was an asshole, but he was our asshole.
Yeah, you know the difference between MJF and Frank Kazarian is? MJF was far more successful. And you know it.
I think the match that we were about to get impromptu is going to turn into this.
Ask him to get out of the ring. Well, you don't have enough time for a match in the countdown, but it doesn't mean Alan Angels isn't here to wrestle. And Alan is like, nope. Make him.
Might be an opening impromptu, maybe.
Just gonna explain something. Turn my back. Set the mic. And he's gonna punch him in the face. Ooh, bold words. Actions speak louder than words. You know, we'll see if he backs it up. Drops the mic. Turns around. Oh no! With the punch. It's not his big return to TNA wrestling. Damn right it is. Not gonna let this opportunity pass him by.
I think he's going to challenge the king.
Yeah, he's no king. He's the court jester. And calling out the king. Getting the ring across the line. Ooh. And maybe I'll take your crown. Oh!
Is that a challenge?
I mean, you know, let's see if the king is, you know, brave enough for a fight. How about that? Alan Angels was scheduled for a match tonight.
To be fair, he's not in ring gear.
Well, he wasn't scheduled to be here either, all right? So who's really wrong? Again, folks, we are 7 minutes and 40 seconds away from No Surrender officially getting underway, and we might have a crossover here. Alan Angels with the slingshot to Kazarian in the ring. We got official, and the bell rings, and we got a match here, Walter.
I just felt that that's what this was turning into.
You know what? I'm for it. If it means Kazarian gets his ass kicked, I'm all for it. The more I see this man gets his ass kicked and mouth shut, the better off I am. Alan Angels now trying to take advantage. A schoolboy roll off the cover, gets a 2 count. Imagine Alan Angels pinning for all it's worth a former TNA World Champion. Crucifix cover and a 2 count again for Alan Angels. Oh, the big right by Kaz finally strikes.
Within seconds, too. That would have been hilariously embarrassing.
Kaz right now, of course. Pissed off, of course. Coming back with a surgery repaired hand, it sounds like. Up and over, take over to Harris by Alan Angels. Sends Kazarian to the outside. And Alan Angels looking to follow the Lupe Suicida. Loving this so far. I mean, again, you reap what you sow, but you can't literally catch checks by your mouth. This is what happens.
You can't interrupt the match and kick people out.
And hook of the leg and a 2 count. Continue.
You can't interrupt the match and expect no consequences.
Listen, don't run your mouth that your ass. Don't try and write a check that your ass can't cash.
Mm-hmm.
Push him in the corner. Kazarian preventing Angel's wings up and around. Oh, the Mitsuga taking it down. Kazarian trapping the arm here, center of the ring.
I think he's gonna. Oh, I thought he verbally quit.
Oh, wait a minute. Kazarian versus the pressure. The shoulders down on Allen. Forced the break at 2.
Not that I want to give Kazarian credit, but man, he's wrestling not in gear in regular jeans.
Wait. The sneaker on the rope. Come on now.
No wrestling boots or nothing. He's got his Nikes and jeans on. He still hasn't even taken his jacket off.
Oh, wait a minute. On Angel. Schoolboy roll on Jeep Hawk. And 2 count. A swing and a miss. Waistlock applied. Standing waistlock exchange. On Angels. Push off the ropes. O'Connor roll denied. Back elbow strike. Kazarian, to your point, still seems to be fighting. Now, springboard moonsault. Lands on his feet. Looking for the crossway. Chicken wing. On Angels down. Sarah the Ray's contract. Kazarian gets the win. Damn it.
That was smart, though, to back up so he misses and he'll be in perfect position of that.
Yeah, well, right now he needs to let him go. He made his point. I still think Kazarian is full of you know what, but I will give Kazarian some credit where credit's due. He got called out, he got punched in the mouth, and impromptu won a match night, no surrender. And of course, you know what his sights are set on, Walter. He is hell bent on getting back the TNA World Championship by any means necessary. Well, that was impromptu to say the least. Again, thank you to all of you that are tuning in as we are just 4 minutes away from TNA No Surrender. Of course, we do this for all the biggest shows, PLEs, pay-per-views, and specials across all things wrestling, including not limited to WWE, NXT, AEW, TNA, ROH, NJPW, Independent Promotions, HOG, GCW, JCW, and more. And I hope that you all continue to enjoy what is in store, as well as great wrestling interviews. And of course, still to come tonight, as we talked about earlier, gold on the line across the board. TNA International Champion Stax defends the gold against Trey Miguel, while Ariana Grace looks to win her first ever title, challenging for the Knockouts World Championship against Lei Ling Lee. What a gift that would be for Valentine's Day weekend for these two.
Not a gift I want.
Oy vey. There is no way in hell that's happening. Yes, Friday the 13th, indeed. And again, Sandy, appreciate that as always. Again, sometimes people, all they want to do is complain. All people want is drama. But I guess if it means they get some sort of opportunity results, then I guess it means something.
We already had bad luck. We had to watch Kazarian in a match.
It was a short match for what it was worth.
Still won.
I still don't agree with this decision by Santino Marella to give his daughter this title opportunity. I don't agree with Daria with a lot of things, but I do sense this being heavily biased, Walter.
Maybe he secretly wants to see his daughter get her ass kicked.
Well, again, I just don't, I don't know. I've got thoughts about this that go beyond the ring when it comes to a family situation. And Lord knows Stax is not worth any damn thing, in my opinion. Stacks of pennies, if that, and they aren't even men anymore. Well, again, folks, we are just getting ready. Top of the hour. We have a Knockouts Battle Royal. Winner will receive a future TNA Knockouts World Title shot, regardless if Lei Ling Lee or Ariana Grace walk out tonight as champion. And Danny Luna also has a guaranteed opportunity still to come. We just saw a moment ago the TNA International Champion Stax getting prepared for his latest defense against the Feast or Fire briefcase holder, Trey Miguel, as Trey Miguel earned this opportunity through that match. It is also official. Snapshot if you want, folks. We got Mike Jackson in the ring against Vance Warner. Steph Delanna will be in Vance Warner's corner. What the fuck?
I wasn't prepared for a funeral today.
Well, I would be lovely to be prepared for brand new champions as the Elegance brand defended the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships against Indi, Hartwell, and Brookside after Indi Hartwell got the better of the Elegance brand in 6-woman tag team action. BDE looks to prevent whatever the cleanse is and maybe purge Eric Young from TNA Wrestling. BDE goes one-on-one with Eric Young tonight, but I got one of the condition of his neck regarding that pile driver this past Thursday on Impact. And as I told it earlier, Ariana Grace from NXT does challenge Lei Ling Lee tonight for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. After overcoming Zaya, can Lei Ling Lee once again prevent this title going back to NXT? And of course, 8-man tag team action. Before we see if Ali falls in a coffin, the Righteous are together with the Hardys this time, taking on the Order 4. And of course, our main event, this tag team bout, Mike Santana and Leon Slater taking on Nick Nemeth, Call Your Shotgun holder, and the next challenger for the TNA World Championship, Eddie Edwards. And the system, or more likely, will be in his corner. Because Santana survived this pressure, knowing Leon Slater could also be a threat coming. That being said, that's our card, folks. So, Walter, everyone, are you ready? Because TNA No Surrender is about to kick off right now.
I think Righteous has a hidden agenda.
I think you're very much on point there, bruv. But I guess we'll find out momentarily here. As, of course, we switch gears.
And with Eric Young, can you really blame him? He's the old guard. All it is pretty much putting TNA ahead of everything. You just was like an old guard trying to protect his territory. Like, I don't know.
What
You
does that
can't really
make
blame
Kazarian,
Eric
who
Young.
wants to be at the top no matter what and still believes he's the focal point of this new generation?
I don't know. Maybe Frankie and Eric Young need to have a conversation.
Dude, you remember Eric Young and Frank Kazarian had fallout in the rebirth of TNA Wrestling as a tag team when Kazarian made him fade to black.
True. I don't know.
As we get our cold opener here for Music City, USA. Of course, talking about Nashville, Tennessee. There you see a shot of beautiful live music venue. I hung out in a couple of those bars back in 2021 when I went to Nashville for Summiversary.
You hung out at a bar?
I drunk a Sprite. Don't get any ideas. 3 bars, actually. Kid Rock's Honky Tonk, the Johnny Cash bar, and some other bar across the street. $40 filet, though. What the hell? Prices sometimes. Jesus. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I thought about going back down to Nashville maybe this year just to get away. Lose myself in the neon ambience and music madness. I will also say this. No flop down tonight.
That we know of.
Dude, he got destroyed by Rich Swann in that freaking no-holds-barred match.
Yeah, Eric Young died, and we're still seeing him tonight.
To be fair, Eric Young's got a longer lifespan than Flapdower, I think, does. But I do see your point. And again, folks, be part of the conversation. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell everyone you know that's a fan of TNA Wrestling, and use the hashtag #NoSurrender to continue the conversation and spread the word. And again, please remain #Spoiler3 for SmackDown, as we will not be covering it, but we will probably be acknowledging it tomorrow night on the weekly Marbury Conversation Wrestling Match known as Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by me. Stay tuned for more on that regarding after our coverage of AEW Grand Slam Down Under in Australia, Sydney, Australia, with me, Ash, and Walter at the helm. But for tonight, it's all about TNA Wrestling demonstrating one thing, and that is there is within this company, still to this day, no surrender. It's a new era, Walter, unlike WWE, and right now I have no idea who's going to control it or who deserves to be at the forefront of it. But tonight, we very well might get an idea of who could be at the top of it.
We'll see.
Mike Santana demonstrated no surrender in that Texas Death Match at Genesis. Will he show the same tonight? As we are officially live virtually from Nashville, Tennessee for TNA Wrestling. The pressure is on. The moon is high. The music is loud. And the action is sure to be non-stop tonight. That's only TNA Wrestling can bring. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Sip Out Studios, as this is our coverage for TNA Wrestling No Surrender. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz, happy to have you part of the fun as we kick things off. It looks like with Mara Sardez, I believe, we're going to find out who will be a future challenger for the Knockouts World Championship. Time for a Knockouts Battle Royale.
Told you she was going to be in it. Look, she's #1.
To be fair, it's a Battle Royale, dude. Everyone's in there at once. She's just the first entrant.
Oh, it's not. Okay, yeah.
And of course, for those that don't know how Battle Royale works, when all the competitors are eliminated via over-the-top rope with both feet hitting the floor.
It's going to be these things where not everybody gets an entrance, or what are we doing? Oh, wait, technically it's a pay-per-view, so I guess we'll see everybody's entrance.
Shout out to Westside Gun, who, of course, been a huge supporter of Mara Sade, as well as writing her theme. We also have other knockouts you see already in the ring, including Harley Hudson and Maya. Sorry, I don't remember her last word. See what else we got here. What is this?
Tessa's going to have to, Tessa Blanchard's going to have to be in this.
You had to say her name. You would be correct. Being booed out of the building, the undeniable diamond, Tessa Blanchard. Almost makes you wonder, Tessa Blanchard, Mila Moore, and Victoria Crawford are all going to be in it.
I think all three are, the way they put the names up.
And apparently, I wonder if it's going to be one for all or all for one, and that one being Tessa Blanchard. Again, Tessa Blanchard has yet to hold the TNA Knockouts World Championship since returning to TNA Wrestling after coming off that quick win against Rachel Leigh, of course, literally a week and a half ago on TNA Impact.
They're all in their gear. I'm guessing it counts. Yeah, I guess all three of them.
It still hurts me that Victoria Crawford is existing in a wrestling ring, but I'm glad that she overcame her demons.
That's what I was gonna say. At least she overcame her demons.
And speaking of overcoming their own demons and being their own mental case, here comes the former Cora Jade, Elena Black.
Fuck! I forgot about her. I should have picked her. God damn it! She probably winning this.
Well, let's not forget, Elena Black was brought into TNA by the suit, Dahlia Ray, so there's no doubt that she's got to be a first ballot candidate to possibly win this Battle Royal. And let's not forget, she also went face-to-face with Leiling Lee following her victory over Zarya at TNA Genesis. Currently undefeated in singles action, by the way, since joining TNA Wrestling. And also, Walter, she was the first woman to cross the line to challenge for the TNA Knockouts World Championship when this NXT-TNA partnership started. Again, this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts. The only way you are basically eliminated is to both your feet hit the floor and you're thrown over the top rope. Last knockout standing in the ring wins. Rosemary, of course, who's been the most consistent knockout since 2017. Recently celebrated 10 years, of course, being part of TNA Wrestling. That was last time she actually held the TNA Knockouts World Championship, folks. And Rosemary, in my opinion, is long overdue. We got Jody Fred in one corner. Actually going to be all over the ring here. They might need a wide shot. Oh, There's somebody right now getting tired of the ropes. We got Jody Fred, of course, after the abolishment of Spitfire. Again, folks, use the hashtag TNA No Surrender to be part of the conversation here. Tasha Steelz, of course, who represents the Order 4, former TNA Knockouts World Champion. There's a lot of first-time potential here, though, the first challenge for the TNA Knockouts World title, though, Walter. And, of course, folks, notice that it's all in-house for once tonight. No NXT talent. The last time I had Knockouts Battle Royal, or should I say Gauntlet match, I think it was a Battle Royal, though. Of course, we saw Kalani Jordan surprise us and win, and went on to challenge and win the vacated TNA Knockouts World Championship. Myla Grace, that's the name, and Harley Hudson, that's the other team and the other two knockouts here. Harley Hudson right now being lifted up by Rosemary, and no elimination so far, and clearly Tessa and Mila are protecting Tessa Blanchard. Jada Stone now battling Tessa Blanchard in the opposite corner. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 knockouts are in this Knockouts Battle Royal tonight. Good to see City by the Bay. Appreciate it, brother. And Sandy, Matt, Dwayne, and everybody in the chat, as always. Again, hope that you all enjoy the conversation. And basically, they do these TNA Plus specials on Friday. Rosemary eliminated first! That is huge. By Jody Fret. And Rosemary, might be a little apoplectic, and people might want to try and get Rosemary out of the impact zone here. They'll have no fear, like a demon assassin Scorn.
I actually like her.
And Rosemary's in pursuit of Frank Gasto, who might be running out on Live Music Venue as they speak.
I don't know if I like Rosemary or I'm just scared of her.
I don't know what to figure about her except this. Demon X Playing for Life. And Tasha Steelz eliminated by Jada Stone. Tasha Steelz, who beat the Grands of the Grands, by the way, for her only ever TNA Knockouts World title. Of course, talking about Mickie James. Oh, and Mile World eliminating Jada Stone.
The Order 4 are starting off on a bad foot then.
Well, again, you can't turn your back on anybody in a battle royale, and Jada paid for it and got speared by Tasha Steelz, who was a sore loser.
Damn, I forgot about Elena Black. I should have picked her.
We got 7 women left in this battle royal right now. Mila Moore, Harley Hudson, Myla Grace. We got Maya Sade. We got Elena Black, Tessa Blanchard, Jody Fred, and Victoria Crawford. Irish Whip right now, and Harley Hudson, and
my crystal ball says she's probably next to get eliminated.
Well, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson came in here as a duo. Oh, wait a minute. To your point, Harley Hudson just got eliminated by Mila Moore.
See? Bye, Pink.
And there goes Myla's tag team partner. Meanwhile, Victoria Crawford and Mila Moore bringing... why are they bringing Maya back in the ring, though? That's a dumb idea. Again, you saw Maya showing out to the camera, and it cost her tag team partner. Wasn't there to protect her. We are down to 7. Northern Light suplex, that doesn't matter, Victoria Crawford here, but Mila Moore drops the knee across the chest.
It's about to be a fast battle royal.
I mean, it's already fast out of the get-go, and considering the level of inexperience of most of these women in the ring, don't expect a whole lot here. Team Suplex, though, by Team Tessa Blanchard, Mila Moore, and Victoria Crawford teaming up against Myla Grace. And again, what happens when it comes down to Tessa, Mila, and Victoria? Do you really expect them to just go over the top rope? Drop can. There goes Mrs. Grace. Myla Grace eliminated.
They're probably fixing them about to answer that in a second.
And I'll answer that question and acknowledge you sitting by the band of this battle royal. I was over to give you a little bit more background on BDE, who definitely has some potential considering his work in independence. And right now we are down to, I believe, 6. Mara Sade, Elena Black, Mila Moore, Jody Pratt, Tessa Blanchard, and Victoria Crawford. Go ahead, brother.
He's TNA's Logan Paul. He's a YouTuber turned wrestling.
Elena Black playing the boots to my side. Victoria Crawford up and over in the apron by Jody Pratt. Mila Moore coming to Victoria Crawford's aid, much to Tessa Blanchard's agenda. And of course, Jody Pratt, also previous TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champion, as I said, alongside Dani Luna when they were Spitfire. They took those titles from MK Ultra. Of course, the Monster Slam and Killer Kelly.
Is this battle royal a little disrespectful to Dani Luna because she should be the next contender because she can call her shot whenever she wants?
Technically, she's going to be a contender no matter what. She has no reason to be involved in this. Let's not forget, she's dealing with visa issues, apparently. Whenever she comes back, she will get a shot at the TNA Knockouts World Championship. No questions asked.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about her visa issue.
Jody Pratt and Mila Moore in a high-risk position. Victoria Crawford coming to Mila Moore's aid. Now Victoria and Mila are both on the apron. And Jody Pratt right now on the top turnbuckle. Bit of a tug-of-war here going on. Tessa Blanchard bringing the grip. Victoria Crawford and Mila Moore got eliminated.
I don't think that's...
by Tessa Blanchard. And look at Jody Pratt's feet on the bottom rope. Jody Pratt's still in this.
I don't think Tessa meant to do that.
Well, regardless, Jody Pratt's hanging by a thread, and we're down to 4 women. Oh, man, what a clothesline DDT takeover by Elena Black with Maya Sade and Tessa Blanchard. Elena Black, Jody Pratt, Tessa Blanchard, and Maya Sade are the only 4 left. One of these 4 is getting a future TNA Knockouts World Championship shot. Whip for the rising knee strike, and Maya Sade put Elena Black up and over the top rope. Again, both feet haven't hit the floor yet. Now trying to drag Maya Sade by her here. And Elena Black holding on for dear life, trying to snatch a bitch tonight, apparently. Trying to do whatever you can to stay in the match, though. And both women in a dangerous position here.
Tessa might recover and knock them both off.
And again, that unawareness by these 2 might cost them. Good point, Walter. Maya Sade, who has never had a chance at the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Elena Black, who previously had a chance at the TNA Knockouts World Championship against former champ Masha Slamovich. Dropped down knee first. Axe kick. Elena Black eliminated!
Dude, you know
what's funny? We're down to 3, and Tessa Blanchard just puts Maya Sade up. We're again getting too full of yourself. Cost you. We're down to Tessa Blanchard and Jody Pratt.
Tessa Blanchard and Sade were my 2 picks. I don't think Tessa realizes somebody's still in it.
And up in the fireman's carry, Jody Pratt looking to stay out Toronto. And Jody Pratt wins! Jody Pratt wins! Unbelievable! Dani Luna has a guaranteed shot at the TNA Knockouts World title, and Jody Pratt just earned a shot at the TNA Knockouts World Championship. What a moment for the Wild Child.
Color me surprised. She was not even on my radar to win this.
Yeah, mine neither, by the way. But a hell of a win for this re-signed veteran from Toronto. Let's take a look at the replay here. The 745 took Tessa Blanchard up and over to the outside. To your point, Tessa Blanchard thought she won. As Elena Black and Mara Sade continue to fight on the outside. Jody Pratt's feet never hit the floor. Jody Pratt is your new number contender to the TNA Knockouts World Championship.
You gotta pay attention when you're in this ring.
You know, this seems kind of poetic because remember, Jody Pratt last year could have challenged for the TNA Knockouts World Championship due to controversial standings with Dani Luna and respecting Indi Hartwell's pursuit and the hard-fought earned victory. She passed up on that chance, wanted to do things the right way. And now in 2026, Jody Pratt has a guaranteed shot at the TNA Knockouts World title, and she earned it her own way. Well then,
This is after they were forced to disband from losing to the Elegance brand.
and no kidding, congratulations again to the Wild Child, Jody Fred, new number one contender to the TNA Knockouts World Championship. And again, we will
things
see.
are getting interesting in the Knockouts division.
Well, the Knockouts division has always been an alternative standard, but the echelon of women's wrestling showcase, and since 2008, if we're being perfectly honest, that regardless of NXT's influence at times, that has never let up. And of course, we got the Battle of the Ages. Speaking of knockouts, we have the Elegance brand taking on Indi, Hartwell, and Sarah Brookside. And we'll see if Indi, Hartwell, and Sarah Brookside say yeehaw to live music venue holding the knockouts tag straps. And of course, we run down the card one more time. And as I said earlier, regardless what happens, Jody Fred will now challenge Ariana Grace or Lei Ling Lee for the TNA Knockouts World Championship after tonight's match result concludes. Date to be determined, opponent to be determined, clearly too. And Danny Luna, you gotta imagine Danny Luna gets a chance to take the title from Jody Fred. How much good that would feel for her.
I think anytime Action Jackson is wrestling, it's a battle of ages. No.
I'm about to say, that's accurate. And speaking of a battle of ages, the TNA World and TNA Exhibition Champion have to work together to fend off Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards as Mike Santana is on site on all three sides, if we're being perfectly honest.
Just when you're getting used to like cheering for Eddie Edwards, they go right back to being heels.
Yeah, it's just one of those things right now where, again, Eddie Edwards, he's just trying to keep the system alive and well. And with this reboot, they could be more dangerous than ever.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little overhead shot here of the Pinnacle, as you see, of course, the TNA faithful filing into this small but fun little venue. And Sandy saying, thank goodness Tessa didn't win. Don't want her anywhere near the title after most of us know her true character. As we go backstage with the lovely Miguel Miller, with the X Division champion, Leon Slater, and the TNA World Champion, Mike Santana, the real TNA champs in the room.
If I have to be honest, I don't like this pairing because that means we're not getting neither one of those titles defended.
Well, hindsight's 2020 when it comes to this being a house show, but maybe we'll set up something bigger at Sacrifice. You gotta consider, Walter, with TNA, they don't necessarily defend all their gold at every PLE as they should, but it is what it is. At least they're being showcased.
True. I just wanted at least one of those titles to be on the line, especially the X Division.
Well, you've been looking for a quality X Division Championship match since we saw him defend that against Myron Reed last year at Victory Road. And that was your X Division Championship match of the year, I believe.
Yep, and Gemma Evans never got his legit shot because NXT interfered.
We don't talk about that for good reasons. Just saying. We don't talk about that.
We treat it like Bruno.
We don't talk about that shit. Oh, no. That's the only time I'll sing. That's the only one you're getting. Ever. Anyway. What is Leon Slater's mindset regarding what you just talked about?
Get excited.
I mean, again, the youngest in charge. Imagine him going with option C and going after the TNA World Champion to become the youngest ever TNA World Champion. Hell, he had a chance to become the youngest ever NXT Champion against the ruler over Femi, let's forget.
I'm still shocked that Moose never used that option.
Well, Moose said, and I quote, I'm going to make the X Division Championship the most important championship. And in a way, he did, because Trick made that title mean shit. There's a reason why that Summerversary main event was dog shit, and Leon Slater had his crowning moment against the face of the franchise, endorsed by phenomenal AJ Styles. There's a reason why we wanted Jim Evans and Leon Slater at Bound for Glory, and half the audience left during Trick Williams and Mike Santana. There's a reason why the X Division title mattered, still to this day, staying in TNA. Why the TNA World Championship got spoiled in NXT. And shout out to Jelly Roll, Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, and Christian. God bless you. Of course, taking in the sights tonight at TNA. No surrender.
He lives in Nashville, so.
Exactly. And of course, shout out to Jelly Roll for the incredible effort he put forward last year at SummerSlam. That took a lot of guts. But coming up next, let's see if you smoke him if you got him, as Trey Miguel from the 419 looks to bring home the TNA International title. It's Stacks versus Trey Miguel for the TNA International Championship.
I still can't believe Macklin is pirate.
Let's take on the tail of the tape here. Stacks won this title, crooked means, thanks to NXT Outcast 2 months ago. Trey Miguel, of course, got this title shot thanks to the Feast or Fire briefcase circumstances. When Daria has questions to Team Morella's decisions, though, ever since NXT pretty much has kind of been part of the scene and trying to take over from within. And also, he seems to be acting more personal than professional.
It's
This is the future son-in-law that could be in the Morella family.
it is a point though when you think about it.
Again, I don't know whether or not I could justify Santana Morella, who has always shown strong decorum and family values for the TNA locker room or anyone that's been in the TNA ring. And
Who's
speaking
that
of
with
singers,
him?
Teddy
Oh,
Swim's
Teddy
in the
Swim.
building. Wow. Teddy Swim's also an accomplished musical artist. For those that don't know, the guy that sings So used to be in a metal band. How's that for a mind fuck? Jelly Roll and Teddy Swim's in the building. Can we just get a concert right now in Nashville of all places?
They look like a before and after photo.
Yeah, I'm about to say, freaking hell, you got West Side Gun, you got Teddy Swims, and you got freaking Jelly Roll in the building. Where's the karaoke soundtrack?
Trey Miguel, a benefactor of the Feast of Fire match. Steve Macklin, unfortunately, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it actually is when you think about it. Teddy Swims, formerly a football player, got discovered, of course, love for musical theater before performing numerous Georgia-based bands spreading metal and funk.
I wonder how that's booked behind the stage. Is it somebody's whose contract ran out, so they just make you grab that briefcase?
I always figured that thing's rigged. I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be rigged as well, as you see Stax being escorted by his future fiance, God help us, Ariana Grace, where Ariana Grace and Stax look to have their Valentine weekend with golden ambitions, shoulder to shoulder.
We need to purge any NXT person from having any titles from TNA. Like, geez. I understand you could work together, but do we really need to give them all the titles all the time?
Let alone, do you gotta give these type of stars that have zero to no star power these titles? Is this really bringing attention to TNA Wrestling and NXT, or is it drawing people away? That being said, Stax is going tonight into his fourth defense of the TNA National Championship after surviving a fatal four-way against BDE, Eric Young, and KJ Orso on the countdown to Genesis.
I'll give them that credit. At least he actually defends the title.
TNA and NXT, for what it's worth. 71 days this freaking crook's been champion. The fourth ever TNA National Champion. Of course, this title was first made at Unbreakable last year in that triple threat tournament where Steve Macklin won in the end. And tag made. And of course, Stax doesn't give a damn about TNA. Trey Miguel, the double A takedown, has been TNA favorite for the longest time and literally just got re-signed to TNA Wrestling.
All on his own, because the rest of his boys are all elite.
A hell of an effort, by the way, by the Rascals this past Wednesday on Diamond. Trey Miguel just clumbing away after the insult that Stax has been to Trey Miguel, assaulting him from behind, by the way, recently on TNA Impact. So Trey Miguel is going to be a little bit hot tonight. Almost as hot as a hot chicken in Nashville special. And leave it to a man to put a woman in front of him because he's a weak dick. Never mind. Oh, yeah, Grace, of course. Oh! Who a challenge for the TNA Knockouts World Championship later tonight can ill afford any slight accident.
Maybe it's because he's a short stack.
You know, there's men for that. Bring them all down the corner. Then again, insecure men, that's just normal. And right now, Trey Miguel looking to go up and up. Oh, man. And Ariana pulled Trey out of the way, and Trey crashed and burned on the floor. BK kick. Famous country singer once wrote a song, Stand By Your Man and Show the World You Love Him. In this case, I wish it was the opposite. Ain't no love here.
No
and
love
of course,
law.
see the TNA president watching on from ringside alongside Teddy Swims. Of course, Carlos Silva, the skinnier version of Tony Khan, who is not any sort of wrestling fan, but is a movie producer.
Which is why it's on a movie channel.
And of course, tattooed artist, Cincinnati, Ohio. Teddy Swims at one point was as well. Teddy Swims, multifaceted and talented. Songs, of course, that he's made his claim to fame, including Lose Control and Bad Dreams. And right now, Trey Miguel Getting some bad vibrations, braced against the apron, and Stacks clubbing away. Of course, Champion's advantage here. Tyler can only just hands via pinfall or submission inside the ring. And not be a count out or disqualification. Oh, wait a minute. Look at our Graves getting involved here.
Good, you kind of knew that was going to happen.
About legal contact, I thought she didn't like what Stacks has been doing as of late. Again, this Jezebel corrupted by a freaking piece of shit. The fix
Isn't that what she
is
told
in
her?
here, and I think Daria Ray might be more on point than people actually take her for.
Isn't that what she told her father? That she was sorry for everything? I don't think she was.
Cheating Jezebel. Throwing Trey Miguel into the turnbuckles. Irish whip side first, and again, insulting the Rascal Brotherhood, and Trey will not take none of that. Trey Miguel, former X Division champion, in case those are wondering. Big accent, although takes Trey down. Again, damage further to that neck. And there's the cover. That could be it here. It gets a 2 count. This match is more of a dud than the weakest product you can get from freaking Walter's Farm. Again, tonight's all about focusing on the X Division. Tonight's focusing on the TNA International Championship. I don't give a damn about the marriage of the next Real Housewives of NXTNA, and I certainly don't give a damn about this soprano ripoff that couldn't get a casting career if his life depending on it. There's a cover again by Stacks.
He just mocked his future father-in-law.
Of course he did. I mean, again, he doesn't give a damn. He's here to take over. He's here to embarrass Cynthia Morella, and he's here to take control. He doesn't care about TNA, and I really wonder if he cares about Ariana Grace or the power that comes with her.
Power.
Let's not forget, Ariana Grace, the former liaison of NXT.
I think it's all about the power. That's why he left Tony D'Angelo the way he did, because he wanted the power.
Yeah, he wanted to be from the underboss to the boss. Now that family's been completely abolished. TNA, by the way, Trey Miguel, former 2-time X Division champion, last held the X Division championship in 2022, 203 days. Again, did Ariana prove herself to get this opportunity? Trey Miguel earned this opportunity. Ariana hasn't earned nothing.
Remember, this title has a short history, so...
Not even a year old yet, to your point.
It's only been, what, 4 champs? 3?
And we know what Stacks is willing to do. Again, kick right to the throat of Trey Miguel.
Is it 2 or 3 champs?
You almost wonder if Ariana Grace might employ any of these practices in her time match tonight. Cover here by Stats gets a 2 count.
How many champs have had this title? Only how many people? 2, 3?
Steve Macklin, Frank Kazarian, Steve Macklin, Stacks.
So literally only 3 human beings. But
4 champions within less than a year since this title's been minted.
All right.
And right now, Stacks trying to get up to the top rope.
About
to say botch. Oh, went for the double stomp. Trey able to capitalize after Stacks slipped and almost collapsed. Looking for the waist slap. German suplex. Again, Clemmy shot to the back of the neck. Trey Miguel, low bridge, slingshot. German suplex.
That's a nice slingshot.
A springboard, excuse me. Bottom row springboard suplex. Still, though, I do agree. And we're at a reset point right now in this TNA International Championship match. Personally, I think Miguel's looked better than ever since coming back to TNA Wrestling.
I think he's got a renewed focus of being a solo person. This might be what's good for him. The best thing that ever happened was
That's
being
a good point, by the way,
released.
considering most of his tenure during his later stint in TNA was as a tag team or a trio. And, of course, the Rascals was at full power as a foursome when they beat the system. Mental drop kick out of the corner. Beautiful kip up by Trey.
This is his chance to prove himself.
Audience on their feet, and right now everyone's in favor of Trey Miguel bringing this title home to TNA and removing NXT. Hurricane Rana to Stacks. Takes Stacks up and over right now. And a body shot by Trey. Combination offense. Take him down the knee. Knee strike. And lining
Things
up
happen for a reason. You never know. You never know what's a blessing in disguise. So
choose to have the cover. Hook on the far leg. And a 2.5. Damn it. That was a hell of a rally there, though, for Trey Miguel at this moment.
Got to give credit to Stacks for kicking out, though.
Well, I tell you, people are sleeping on Stacks for a reason. But as far as who they are sleeping on right now in TNA, it's one of those things where this new era, the only company that really has to find a new era this last month. Oh, hold that thought. Ariana Grace again getting up on the apron. Will someone please eject this Jezebel from ringside? And again, Stacks taking advantage. The front face lock now at the top rope. Oh my God! Stacks and Trey going down hard, almost a lightning spiral. And a twisting neck breaker. Not like that. Hook on the far legs, and Trey kicks out.
Oh shit! I thought that was gonna be it.
That was a messy sequence. Bowling shoe ugly. But somehow Stacks stayed on the attack, pushed forward, and got a near fall from that.
Whatever works, I guess. It doesn't have to be pretty.
I guess so, as long as it's effective, but not the 3 count yet. Trey Miguel, of course, has been involved in this business now for 16 years, and former Wrestling Revolver champion, IWR champion, off the second rope. Oh, got caught with the moonsault and a drop kick by Stacks.
To the spine, too.
Follow up, though. Oof. Knee right to the face of the cover to retain. Trey kicks out at 2 again. And Terry Swims and Carlos Silva, you got to wonder if there's a little bit of hope here by those 2 men for Trey to bring the title back home to TNA Wrestling. Anytime that black and chrome is in my TNA, what used to be my TNA, I'm damn sure going to go crazy. It's been nothing but a plague, a curse to this freaking company. And right now, Trey hoisting up Stacks up in the corner, looking to trap the head. Shaking handles connects. Tiger Fan kick from the 419 takes Stacks away from the corner, back inside.
Dude, he kicked the back of his knee, and then he 450 to the front of the knee, or 619.
Bring the towel home! Wait for the double stomp. Stacks is out of the way. Back elbow strike by Trey. Creates separation. Trey again up the second. Moonsault. Catching him. Oh! Face first goes Stacks. The cover off the front leg. No check. Kick out 2.5.
I was going to say too close to the ropes, but guess not.
Ariana Grace almost had a heart attack at ringside.
She was clutching her heart for real.
We were half a second away from this title, coming back home and sending Stacks away for good. But I will give Stacks credit. Not much, though, but this has been quite a competitive match, despite the antics of that Jezebel on the outside. Hashtag TNA No Surrender on the X, of course, probably trending right now to a degree. Again, folks, use the hashtag. Give some love to TNA Wrestling, not NXT. Well, palm strike there. And Trey Miguel
might awaken Trey Miguel.
Over. Lands on the apron. Inside. Stacks. Catching him again. Kick to the side of the head.
Well, he telegraphed it. That's what happened.
And now Stacks, what the hell are you figuring here? Once again, going up to the top rope.
Double stomp, probably.
Man! Double stomp right to the back of the neck, and Trey slumped over to the outside.
That's what he was trying to go for earlier.
And Graves with another slap. Uh-oh! Wait a minute, ejector! Ejector! Throw her out of the building!
She got a title match later. You can't throw her out of the building.
She doesn't deserve it. You're out of here. At least for this match for the time being. Ariana Grace ejected, and rightfully so. Go to the street corner. Maybe you'll get more success there.
The referee having no mercy on Grace, huh?
And meanwhile, sliding DDT! I love that sliding delayed DDT on the floor. Incredible DDT. Trey Miguel right now. Huge opportunity to win the TNA National Championship. We're going to follow up. Ready drop kick in the corner.
Miguel might have stole momentum now.
And Stacks and Trey. Trey, though. What is this? Oh! Face first again. Go Stacks. This could be it.
Please.
But for shell shock. Move right to the face. Lightning spiral. Cover. 2. Trey Miguel is the national champion.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Fucking yes. I'm so glad I changed my pick. My boy from Toledo did it.
I didn't change my pick. I wasn't expecting that shit.
Fuck you, Stacks. You collapse. Yes. Finally, vindication for TNA Wrestling. A little bit.
Wait, did I pick? I might have.
You even said yourself, Walter, it's a new beginning for Trey Miguel as a singles competitor. Wasn't sure which direction it would go. Trey Miguel has found himself back home with brand new TNA gold. Congratulations to the 5th and new TNA National Champion. Trey Miguel. As Carlos Silva presents the title around Trey's waist. For 3 years, Trey Miguel has been without a singles championship and now finds himself a singles champion again in TNA wrestling. What an incredible moment for a man that's been through personal hell this last few months alone. Congratulations, Trey.
Title back home.
Oh, that makes me happy.
The title's back home.
An incredible moment for one of my hometown boys. This Rascal's decision paid off.
That's a good looking title, too.
Take a look back here at the replay. Closing stretch of the match. The sliding DDT to the outside, taking Stacks down. And then again, this lightning spiral, turning Stacks upside down, folding him up like an envelope and sealing the deal, bringing home the title.
Thank goodness Grace got caught. That's what turned the tide.
Sometimes your life's not defined by your past, but how you forge forward in the future. You can't expect the same to repeat, but you certainly can create any sort of new beginning. And Trey Miguel did that tonight at No Surrender. Congratulations, Trey.
Look at the emotion on this man.
Oh, man, that made me so damn happy.
Me too.
And now it's time for Walter to present the TNA Wrestling Injury Report presented by Rage Shift Wrestling. Again, subscribe today to Walter Cruz Rage of Wrestling. So, Walter, who's injured right now in TNA Wrestling?
Sent it by Bioflex. Let's see. The injury report, wrestler Eddie Edwards has been cleared.
Oof, looks like I got a busted nose.
Look at that busted nose. Ugh. Yeah.
Damn.
You can see him fixing it. He damn sure had a broken nose.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Right. Mike Santana is also cleared. Oh, that elbow is clear.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's been having back issues, much like what Moose had, lest we forget. And Moose still fought for that match.
Jeff Hardy's cleared. We know he's been going through hell.
Well, he got dropped in his head by Bear Bronson on Thursday.
Yeah, and he switched styles, man. He's got a submission move now. Jada Stone is in evaluation.
Well, considering that heinous attack on her earlier by Tasha Steeles, that sore loser, I'm not surprised. She speared her out of her boots.
Yeah, that was during the Battle Royal. So that's all the injury report so far.
Well, while we're moments away from seeing our next match here, again, congratulations to Trey Miguel, the brand new TNA National Champion, bringing that title home to TNA and really creating a new beginning for him in this new era. And to answer City's question earlier, there's your first answer, Trey Miguel. And I do think Zaya Brookside and Indi Hartwell have great potential as well, but I do think they're better as singles versus a duo. As we get, why is this fucking flop on my screen?
No, what did I say? What did I say?
I hate you, Walter. You brought into existence.
Hey, maybe it's Swan. Make fun of him. You never know.
No, it's the giant flop. Why is AJ Francis here at No Surrender wasting airtime? I just went from a high to the ultimate low.
Right. Should have been 666 for this double, not no 555.
I don't even know what 555 stands for, but if that's all he's worth, then yeah, $15. What a random thought. Yeah, congrats to the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. Do you think Nashville cares? Oh, you used to play there? Well, I'm glad you didn't, because they probably would have lost if you did. You'd be flopping all over the field. Again, that young man's got such a huge future thinking about people. So, hey, now we can actually acknowledge the chat that's far more worthwhile than listening to Flop Dollar here, because no one gives a shit what comes out of his mouth. Stuff cheeses in and get back to wrestling. Daria Ray, move the show forward. Why are you allowing this? I thought you care about wrestling, not talking. No one wants to hear this flop speak. Anyway, so Walter, I pose this to you. We've followed TNA Wrestling for a little while now. We got some new talent. We got some returning talent. We saw Jody Fred surprise the hell out of us. Who do you think we shouldn't sleep on right now in TNA Wrestling? Basically, who's to come tonight, or who you saw, or who you want to see succeed?
No, it's Trey Miguel right now, man. After what he just did, look forward to him having that reign and everything. But In terms of knockout, I think Sade is gonna be up and coming, man. Don't sleep on her. That there's a reason she was part of the final three.
I mean, she's been endorsed by the Hardys, so that's a very fair shout. I like that comparison a lot. And I'll also go a step further based on what I said earlier. I also do think that Zara Brookside will soar high here sooner rather than later. I think she can become a future candidate for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Of course, with only one shot against Lei Ling Lee as a friend-on-friend bout. But nonetheless, I think Zara Brookside, the Angel Ring, can soar here in TNA Wrestling. So for me, Zara Brookside, Indi Hartwell, and even though he's part of the system, this is a whole new beginning for Cedric Alexander. Why Moose has done everything, Cedric could do anything with company. So I'm going to say Cedric Alexander is someone you don't sleep on either.
Well, they got to get past Moose. You know, this is gonna be a beef that the Moose got impromptu, let out
Oh,
of the
God.
system.
You know, this is why I would never work at a company because I can't stand sitting next to people like that. I feel sorry for Tom Hannigan.
Oh God, we gotta hear him on commentary now.
Well, I barely listen to him as it is, and more often than not, I listen to you in the chat more than the people on screen. Anyway, let's take a look at our next match here. Vance Warner versus Mike Jackson. The definition of the battle of odd ages. Yeah, let's just call it that. Odd ages. Of course, Mike Jackson wasn't going to bat down from a fight. He's never bat down a fight in 50-plus years of his wrestling career life, standing up for both himself and Mean J. Miller.
He might have just signed his death warrant.
You know, it's probably not the first time that's been mentioned. As the heir of Warner is back in TNA Wrestling, so says Vance Warner and Steph Delaner, the definition of psychos in the South.
At least he has rules. At least this isn't GCW, and he has somewhat of a limit.
You really expect Vance Warner to comply by rules?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this is the same man that literally drove Sami Callihan through multiple doors closer and closer to retirement. And referee for this contest, I'm not sure if that's Alice Lane or not. As a shout out, by the way, to Mackenzie Mitchell, Gia Miller, and the TNA Ref Corps, by the way. And you see any potential in Mara Sade? As Walter says, I mean, again, she was endorsed by the Hardys, the former Chikara Jackson. She's gotten some spotlight here, and she did go the distance in the Battle Royale before she got eliminated by, you know, showing off to the camera. So I think it does count for something. Plus, she's coming off that feud with Ryan Nemeth. So there you go. And also right there, sitting by the bay, talking about Lei Ling Lee, the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Of course, re-signed last year, signed from Singapore, and has been defending that gold against TNA and NXT. So we'll see tonight what happens as Ariana Grace still has the chance.
This dude's boots are probably older than me.
I mean, I literally talked to you about the tail of the tape earlier when it comes to Mike Jackson. You heard me right, folks. His name is Mike Jackson, Birmingham, Alabama. This 76-year-old wrestler has been wrestling now for 52 years. And he's held 2 titles during his entire wrestling career, the PWA Heritage Championship and the Spartan Pro Heavyweight Championship. But he's also been involved in 507 matches. Carnival tie-up here.
Dude's gear is older than us. Fuck that.
This is his second match, by the way, this year professionally, recorded by Cage Match, by the way. Again, Vance Warner right now in the corner here. And again, though, sometimes you can't define a wrestler by the numbers. And if Vance Warner is not careful, especially with the way his mind works, Mike Jackson might catch him off guard, taking him down there by the arm.
Like that.
About to say, this is just beyond weird. Again, I think the last time we saw Mike Jackson was literally in the reverse battle royale.
Yeah, I
on
remember
TNA
that.
Wrestling.
Dude, this dude's gear is saggier than his skin. Look at
Mike Jackson actually challenged Trey Miguel for that Impact X Division Championship back in 2023. Now walking the ropes right now.
Ancient, I guess.
Go corner to corner.
I guess we call this ancient school because it's a little bit beyond old school.
I mean, when you're walking more than half a ringside area, you're not wrong. And it looks like Mike Jackson might literally go across the entire top of the ring. Now going 3/4 of the way.
I think Mike Jackson was there when they parted the Red Sea. He witnessed it.
Oh my gosh. The first time Mike Jackson was in TNA Wrestling, by the way, folks, was 2020. He took on Johnny Swinger, if you remember that name. In fact, Johnny Swinger and Mike Jackson were a tag team.
Mike Jackson probably wrestled as entertainment at the Last Supper.
Damn. Oh, I come it right, and Mike Jackson goes down. For someone to wrestle at the age of 72, though, still has to speak volumes considering some wrestlers much younger than him have already retired or are going to retire.
God.
And yes, J-Rod, who previously actually was involved here in Nashville, defended her title against Rachel Leigh. She's a great uppercut. Oh! Also involved in LBW. Nice suplex on the floor. And that's a nice pickup there for JCW. So good for her. Definitely has the makings of a star. Mike Jackson looking to follow. Tope Suicida!
Oh my God.
Hey, what were you saying, Walter?
Rolling out of his bed is Suicida for him.
I think Walter's going to have fun with this match. I'm just going to let him. Oh, my gosh. We just saw a 72-year-old do a Tope Suicida, and the crowd is on their feet. Welcome to TNA Wrestling, folks. There's a reason why they call him Action Jackson. Boy, toss back inside the ring. I'm going to lose. Damn it, Walter. You're pricking me.
This dude is wrestling at his age, and he probably isn't even allowed to be behind the steering wheel. But
will you stop it?
Go eat.
Freaking kid endorsing the fodder jokes. Knife shop in the corner.
100%.
I got so freaking thrown off. Again, folks, in case you're wondering, this match was made during the countdown tonight. That's why there is no graphic. Oh my gosh.
That's because there were no graphics when this guy started wrestling. We're just keeping the tradition.
Please. And Vance Warner up to the second rope, looking for a big axe. Oh, caught with a shot to the midsection. Mike Jackson takes action, taking Vance Warner down with the back elbow. And again, why has this guy on the NWA challenge for the NWA World Championship? A short-range clothesline. And right now, Vance Warner hooked up for the neck breaker, center of the ring. Oh, my gosh. Is he going to drop the strap? I was about to say, never mind. Into the cover, hook on the far leg, and Mike Jackson gets a 2 count on Vance Warner. Again, TNA No Surrender is currently trending on the X. You can believe it or not. Again, you can be part of the conversation using hashtag TNA No Surrender, but also share this on all your feeds with all your friends, in and out of your TVs and on your YouTube screens or your phone screens. If you're enjoying the coverage here for TNA Wrestling and the puns by the Rage of Wrestling himself, the pun master, more coordinated than the Shark Master, Walter Cruz. Irish whip to Mike Jackson in the corner, back elbow straight to Vance Warner. Vance a little bit rot. Now Mike Jackson up the second, and nope. And Vance Warner just pulled a Samoa Joe after Mike Jackson went for the crossbody. He went high risk, and he failed. And Vance Warner measuring Mike Jackson for the clothesline. For those that don't know, the clothesline, you literally walk into it. The lariat comes directly at you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mike Jackson, he's still
probably
alive,
invented quite a few wrestling matches, yeah.
Implant DDT, the cover, Vance Warner with the win at No Surrender.
Thank you. All right, Mercy.
You feel better now, Walter?
Yeah.
And to City's point, the ultimate athlete out of Ohio Valley Wrestling, J-Rod, 33 years of age. I'm happy for her. Again, she's still very young in her career. Previously, of course, challenging for the OVW Women's Championship against Leela Feist, former OVW Women's Champion, by the way. I mean, Vance Warner won against Mike Jackson, but hey, Mike Jackson, kudos to him for standing up for a woman and taking action. You almost wonder if Vance Warner is going to respect Mike Jackson's efforts tonight. Wow, actually pulling him up.
He's going to
slam him. Hell? This is weird.
At his age, walking is an action.
Will you stop it, please? And Vance with the handout. Wow, I did not expect this from Vance Warner. Then again, I didn't expect to call Mike Jackson in action tonight either.
You think he wrestles in tights or diapers? Or depends.
Again, I wonder if Steph DeLander has any respect for Mike Jackson here. Talk about Beauty and the Beast.
You might have a heart attack just looking at her.
Are you kidding me? Steph DeLander with the handout? Wow. A very genuine handshake there, looks like, by Steph and Vance, respecting actually Mike Jackson. Who would have thought? Tonight here in Nashville, Tennessee at the Pinnacle, Ashton Jackson earned the respect of the TNA faithful and two of TNA's own in Steph DeLander and Vance Warner. Walter, that was not on my 2026 bingo card for professional wrestling.
That's probably Warner and Steph combined probably still don't equal Action Jackson's age.
Oh, wait a minute now. And Vance Warner will not allow Flop Dollar to buck up to his woman. There's a reason why this man is single.
What is this about?
Well, clearly, clearly, AJ Francis didn't shut the fuck up, and he pissed off Vance Warner, insulting Steph DeLander, and Steph DeLander right now is trying to cool off her man.
He went for a damn chair or something.
Well, I mean, it's Valentine's Day. I'm sure they'll have some sort of piece in the bars on Music Venue with the weirdest music possible.
Passion, fandom,
that was
style.
weird. Anyway, to go back to City's point, J-Rod previously faced Rachel Leigh in Ohio Valley Wrestling. So again, congratulations to J-Rod. I wish you all the best in JCW. And thank you for that note, City, by the way. Again, folks, we care about the grind, the workers, the wrestlers of the business, not the companies. As Ariana Grace is backstage with Stax.
Uh-oh. Trouble in Paradise.
You have ruined everything.
Grace, you ain't winning the title either. What's up, money?
Then?
Is she only loving him because he was a champ?
You pause right now.
She's making him apologize?
Oh. Wow. Ariana Grace actually putting Stax on short notice. If anything else goes wrong, Stax becomes single on Valentine's Day. Well, as we look ahead towards the Knockouts World Championship, coming up next, the Knockouts Tag Team Championship is on the line with something else that's going to probably make me rage. The Elegance brand, M and headed by Elegance, defend the gold against Indi, Hartwell, and Sarah Brookside. TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions is on the line next here at No Surrender. Let's go ahead and take a look at the taglines here. The Elegance brand retained against NXT Saruka literally Tuesday last week on NXT. But Brookside pinned Heather last week on TNA Impact, which allowed them this opportunity. And Indi and Zaya have never tagged together, though, as a duo. But in the past, much like Spitfire and much like other teams in TNA Knockouts tag history, Strange Bedfellas have won the titles.
They got to be careful, though, because Ash can be in the building. Hasn't Ash been cleared? Didn't they just announce that?
Yes, in fact, she literally returned back to in-ring action, but I hope this Angel soars tonight and becomes the new TNA Knockouts Tag Champion. As here comes Zaya Brookside. Zaya Brookside, of course, no stranger to challenging for these titles. Of course, we saw the Angel Warriors at one point. Zaya Brookside and Lei Lee in a fatal four-way against the Inspiration for these straps.
Why does Zaya remind
Italians
me of Lyra
tend to
Valkyrie?
be that. She's got that Italian heat to her.
She reminds me of Lyra Valkyrie.
Well,
except Lyra has black wings when she comes out, I think.
Well, she also had gold wings at WrestleMania last year, let's forget, and she was very impressive. And speaking of impressive, Indi Hartwell, the Hartwell Quid, has always been impressive, doing things on her own, now solo, looking to become the knockout in TNA Wrestling, now looking to become a TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion. If you remember the way, Indi Hartwell and Candice LeRae were NXT Tag Team Champions. So Indi does have their previous tag championship history.
Hey, she may be one to look out for. You were talking about earlier. She might finally get that title shot.
Well, we saw her get the title shot last year at Bound for Glory and come up short against somebody that she pretty much was training in Kalani Jordan. But wherever Indi Hartwell goes, she's always with a smile and looking to be the most impressive competitor you see in that ring. And oh, fuck me.
Oh,
And here
God.
comes Paul Rubin rolling in his grave because here T-Roo Pee Wee Herman.
Can we just? I'd rather watch another Action Jackson match.
You know what's weird, Walter? I agree with you. Oh my gosh, George Iceman, you are the most annoying gnat on the mic I've ever seen with the worst comb over in wrestling. Oh god, I'm not gonna have my integrity here. I could already tell. And of course, the Elegance brand are two-time TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, along with this Chippendale reject and Ash by Elegance returning from injury. And to the respect of Ashley Selby, I'm glad that she's able to continue to do what she loves, but I fucking hate her character and this reject beautiful people toxic attraction freaking fusion fuck up.
He's Chip and Dull.
They've been the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions now for 30 days in their second run after winning them back against the Inspiration, and this will be their second defense since beating Zaruka literally last week on NXT. I mean, when you figure about it, at the end of the day, this is 5-on-2 because you have this showcase to deal with.
Shouldn't Ash get a title match, by the way, since all she did was relinquish it?
Let's not put that out in the ether. As far as I'm concerned, back of the line, bitch. And Heather Reckless and, of course, Maggie Lee have been a very effective duo since Maggie Lee was brought into the Elegance brand last year as an enforcer and passed off the strap by Ash by Elegance. Referee Alice Lane for this contest. Again, folks, TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions are on the line here. Only way the chance stands to be a pinfall or submission inside the ring. These titles changed hands literally last year 5 times over. And of course, the return of Ash by Elegance only adds further negative influence and a death grip on these straps for the legitimate team, as much as I hate to say it, in TNA wrestling. Oh, God, my brain. The rings. Waits a lot. And of course, we're getting word about the main event tonight.
That's what I'm listening to. The rules. They said if anybody wants to, you're gonna have a one-on-one match if any of those want to call their shot or surrender or if Slater wants to.
Okay. It sounds like basically a lot of questions for our main event versus far more interest than the Elegance brand. But to your point, Walter, it sounds like if Nick Nemeth, that was actually impressive. Cover back press the far leg on Maggie, gets a 2 count as Indi Hartwell is showing her own elegance here. And tag made to Heather Reckless now, and Heather legal with Indi Hartwell, the shortest competitor on the TNA Knockouts locker room. Side slam cover, hook of the back near leg, and a 2 count. And again, Indi Hartwell. I do think Indi Hartwell is doing a little bit showboating here versus trying to take the titles. We saw one title change hands tonight that extremely made me happy. This would also make me extremely happy. And of course, Indi Hartwell has had bad blood with the Elegance brand ever since they got involved in their countdown tag match at ringside, costing her against Tessa Blanchard and company. Again, face first. I also want to put this out there. Mr. Elegance is nothing but a stagehand. He is a Chippendale reject. He's never had a wrestling match. He's a fake out Chris Adonis that couldn't make it inside the squared circle. And right now, again, Indi Hartwell, though, teasing the Elegance brand. Sometimes to beat the Elegance brand, you got to beat them mentally versus physically. Nice suplex there by Indi Hartwell, former NXT Women's Champion, NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. The cover over the far leg, and a 2 count says Alice Lane.
That could be her undoing. She keeps it up.
Well, again, the Elegance brand, they're all puppet circumstances. They lack class. But unfortunately, the strategy is always the numbers game, and that's what's led them to hold on to these straps and earn them back.
They still have experience as a team. These two don't know each other's chemistry.
And unfortunately, that's also a fair shout. Matching gear included. Friggin' Party City called, or Nashville City. I don't know what the cheapest costume store is in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know what the fuck they're wearing. You
Uh,
know, TNA Wrestling's coming to Cleveland, Ohio. If these are the dominant competitors I got to worry about for the TNA Tag Division, I very much might re-invoke my ticket.
the
And right
top, the
now,
top,
Maggie
the
Lee,
tops look like freaking those church windows.
that's a mockery to the gospel, and I fucking curse you for saying that.
Look at them. You know those windows with all that stuff on it. That's what her top looks like.
It's a fashion disaster is what it looks like. Up in the fireman's carry, ripped down by the hair is Indi Hartwell. Little flurry there, snuffed out, and a tag made by the ever statuesque Maggie Lee, the M by Elegance. Cazadora, Heather Lee going Heather. It's the boots of Indi. Little too much showboating there for the double team. Cost the champions in that moment. And a tag made Desire Brookside now. The Angel looks to soar to new heights tonight in Nashville, Tennessee.
Indy desperately needed that tag.
Short range clothesline, drop toe hold to Heather Reckless in the corner. And of course, Brookside again. Double knees in the corner. Much more tag experience here in TNA Wrestling. Inside Russian leg sweep, takeover in the cover. Hook of the near leg. And a 2 count, says Alice Lane.
But still, a tag team environment she's not used to. Well, she was with Lady Ling, actually.
I'm about to say, and the Angel Warriors are looking at leave gold tonight. And there's that Chippendale reject getting involved again behind the red's back. The numbers coming into play, and Heather immediately putting the boots to the back of the shoulder blades of Zaya Brookside. A double stomp. Face first goes Zaya on the turnbuckle. Maybe you'll get better work in Mexico. You ever thought about that, you Chippendale shit? Fuck
Chip and Dole.
Back of this head, suit. Not even a woman off the street corner would freaking date this man, unless they're drunk. Freaking toxic chemistry is what this is.
Heather's on fire, though.
Right now in the clutches of Heather Reckless.
Not too elegant.
Look, I'm unhinged, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm sober. And Maggie Lee right now putting the boots to Zaya Brookside in the corner. Anytime I see this on my screen, a mockery to professional wrestling, in my opinion, and a bygone era trying to be rebooted that can fuck off, I'm going to be pissed off, especially when it comes to this being my division for women's wrestling before AEW existed. Again, right now, the snapmare by Maggie Lee, and Heather and Maggie working together. Here's the double cover attempt. That was messy beyond belief. You talk about chemistry. These two are so damn uncoordinated, they're stepping over each other's feet.
At least they're frequently doing in and out of tags and staying on pressure.
Yeah, you can cut the ring in half, but you still can look like shit. The side headlock right now, and Heather Reckless, for the moment, looking composed and in control against Zaya here.
Okay, Ray, bounce.
Fucking hell. And right now, Zaya Brookside, again, a world of trouble, being egged on by Ash and the Chippendale reject.
Chippendale.
I don't think Disney would even hire this buffoon. And again, ripped off down by her hair.
Maybe there's a male Hooters he can work at.
About to say, these people call themselves the saviors of the TNA Knockouts division. Give me a fucking break. You're the freaking wreckage worse than Miley Cyrus that's freaking taking us back 10 years. Inside cradle by Zaya Brookside and a cover on Heather for 2. Oh, God, a big boot by Maggie Lee. And a cover, hook on the far leg, and M gets a 2 count, holding on to the championships for the time being. And Zaya right now hoisted up by Maggie, who sits her across the second rope. About to double stomp through Zaya's midsection. Brad's about towards center, back press, far leg, hook cover, and a 2 count again for the champions. Again, Indi Hartwell's got to maintain her emotions, so that way there's no way there could be a distraction. She needs as little bit of a distraction as possible here.
Zaya has been isolated for a while, though.
And again, it's all Elegance brand. Every time we see them, only further influenced by the distributor redeck. And Zaya just sucked the taste out of Ash's mouth, and rightfully so. Could use a new Botox injection. Boot to the midsection now by Heather Reckless to Zaya Brookside. Again, the Elegance brand going to get involved. I'm going to call them for that beautiful disaster that they are. Freaking grotesque train wreck on TNA Knockouts Wrestling. And again,
Trying to
Heather right
crawl.
now preventing Zaya Brookside from making the tag. Front face lock applied. There's suplex here, and Zaya trying to fight her off here. Oh, and Zaya gets Heather up and over. Critical moment for the challengers to try and make a comeback here. Needs to make the tag to Indi Hartwell more than ever. Brookside right now, fingertips away. Heather, though, grabbing the leg, dragging her close to the corner, stopping her again in the midsection, not going for the tag. Might have been a bad strategy there by the tag team champions. Got toe hold, tag made to Maggie Lee. And right now, Maggie Lee set up Zaya Brookside for a drive-by single boot to the side of the head.
Hey, man, they know how to wrestle, man.
Yeah, celebrate as long as you want while Indi boots you all to the freaking floor. And Hartwell takes the brand down, finally.
Yep,
now
this
Zaya
opens
Brookside
up
with a critical moment to get back to her corner.
This should be a tag now.
Come on, Zaya, wake up already.
Tag. They can't prevent the tag if they're both out
wrestling
there.
chants raining out here. Again, Zaya Brookside finally getting regrouping. And again, Ash waking up Maggie Lee and then by Elegance. Drop the elbow, hits nothing but canvas. Big miss by M by Elegance. Zaya Brookside again figure tips away. Ash panicking here. Heather inside the ring now. And Maggie finally trying to grab a toe. Up kick though by Zaya. Oh, and Maggie hits Heather. Tap into Indi. Look out, Hartwell now is legal. Hartwell going to work. Big boot to Heather Reckless. M by Elegance is legal for the champ side, by the way. Clothesline Bulldog out of the corner. And Hartwell right now, the Heart won't quit. The Heart looking to rise tonight. Nashville, Tennessee at No Surrender. We're going to get new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Drops the elbow, back of the head. That was impressive. Shoots the half. Far leg hook to it. Heather with that senton for the save. God damn it. Look out, Zaya. Oh! Coat breaker to Heather. Emzo hoisting Zaya up on the shoulders. Oh, God. Michinoku driver. The two women are illegal in the ring. And planted with a spine buster goes in by Elegance Indi Hartwell. Bodies being screwed everywhere. All for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Zaya Brookside and Heather neutralized for now. Indi Hartwell and M by Elegance, the only two inside the ring. TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions on the line here tonight. Might be looking for a Hurts Donut. Meanwhile, reversal, roll through by M, the cover. Reversal by Indi, the cover. 1, 2, deep legs hook, able to kick out. Get to the midsection. Indi Hartwell, front face lock. M by Elegance trying to hang on, trying to fight back. Tag's been made. Heather's now legal. I'm not sure if Indi Hartwell's aware of it, though. Oh, and shoulder first in the ring post goes Indi. And M right now setting up Indi Hartwell for what the hell is this? Modified bow and arrow. Heather Reckless with the double stomp to the midsection. Front and back impact. And now the Elegance brand. Here's the hook up in their leg. And the wait a minute. The foot was on the rope. God fucking damn it, Ash. Go back to injury. Elegance brand retains. The referee didn't see Hartwell's foot on the rope. And Ash pushed it off. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Mickey James, are you kidding me? We are in Nashville, Tennessee, the home of hardcore country. And Mickey James had no surrender. the 5-time Knockouts World Champion and the TNA Hall of Famer, going after Ash by Elegance. What the fuck is happening tonight? Shoved off. Oh, look out here. Look at Brass! Snatch the freaking hair off her head, Mickey! And of course, we talk about the legends of TNA Knockout social media. Brookside and Hartwell coming to Mickey James' aid. Mickey James and TNA! Oh, wait a minute. And Ash by Elegance saved by Pee-woo Teamy Herman for now.
It is Nashville, so it makes sense.
Yeah, the personal concierge saving Ash tonight for everything she's worth, and it ain't worth a damn dime.
Nashville just went hardcore country.
Well, at least someone that is elegant took the spotlight from this freaking walking car wreck of a threesome. Either way, thanks to Ash, fuck her, Elegance brand are still TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions.
Now that's somebody who is elegant.
What a moment, though, here tonight at No Surrender. Mickey James coming back home to the place that defined her, TNA, that didn't throw away like trash, unlike the Elegance brand that are trash. Well, this just got a whole lot more complicated. It almost makes you wonder, is this going to be more than just a one-off?
Multi-woman match. You need the numbers to match, like you said.
Well, I mean, the last time we saw Mickey James, she was inducted in the TNA Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory, to your point.
Oh, yeah.
And no one can deny the impact that Mickey James has had on this business and TNA Wrestling and this Knockouts division. A very impressive showing by Brookside and Hartwell, a victim to the numbers and crooked thievery tonight at No Surrender, with Mickey James returning to their aid.
Action Jackson and Mickey James, two people I didn't think I'd be saying tonight.
Well, one was a pleasure. The other one was a time capsule waiting to happen. Well, unfortunately, the Elegance brand took care of business the only way they know how, by the numbers and by piss poor antics. And again, they'll be back in the Music City tomorrow night. So when you watch TNA Wrestling Thursday night, you're going to find one person put into a guitar coffin named either Elijah or Mustafa Ali. There you see the total nonstop schedule. Again, the next time we cover TNA Wrestling for you live here will be for Sacrifice, March 27th, followed by Rebellion, April 11th. And right now, I'm not thinking about going to Cleveland. For those that are wondering, I'm not thinking about going to Cleveland. And again, stay tuned, TNATix.com if you want to be part of TNA Wrestling. As No Surrender continues here from an elegant car wreck that was anything but elegant to something that might be violent by design, BDE goes one-on-one with Eric Young as Eric Young looks to cleanse TNA Wrestling of BDE tonight. But will BDE purge this violent man from the ring? As we saw last night, here's a little bit of recap for you, Walter. Eric Young was trying to recruit BDE for his cleanse purpose, and instead BDE said no and ate a pile driver for his answer.
How far are you from Cleveland?
Probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then Eric Young on the clearance put his hands on an official and then pile drove not one, but two security officials. World-class Maniac on full display this past Thursday night on TNA Impact, and BDE was left out, laid out. All right. Well, now I can finally decompress now that the worst part of this show is finally over to a degree. Fuck that NXT, fuck you Stacks, and fuck Ash, and thank you Mickey James for returning on my screen. Give me a little bit of happiness. Now we move on to BDE versus Eric Young.
This is a reset here.
Only if that bus goes off the road, Safet, or a cliff. Earlier on today, BDE, of course, took social media by storm. And Eric Young, again, master manipulator. Eric Young, let's be honest here, Walter, he never wants allies. He wants manipulation. He wants people under his thumb that will follow this mad cacophony of freaking poetic illustration by this man of riddles and violence. Violent by design, super elite, Northern Armory. Every single one of those groups were underneath the cult following influence of this world-class maniac, and none of them were better off from it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact of the matter, this man has lived or died 6 or 7 times in this company alone and has held practically every piece of gold outside the TNA national title. Shows how dangerous and formidable this Class 1 TNA wrestler is.
He's technically a walking zombie the way he died several times.
Zombie, zombie.
Mhm. But I
Yeah,
mean, his cause. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, he has a reason. He's just trying to put TNA first. He's tired of outsiders coming in and doing things.
yeah, but again, you can only live in the past for so long before you have to move on in the future through the present, and the present is constantly changing. We've seen the change of TNA wrestling. WWE, fuck off. They're not a new era. They're the same old shit. TNA wrestling is literally a new era. ANC, new leadership regime, new young wrestler talent, and BD immediately on the attack. To my point.
I think he just put his back
Whoa!
smacked into the table.
Yeah, it seems like it's not bothering him at all right now. BD once again the tope, once again on the attack. Over the top. Tope on Hilo slingshot.
No, I
Wiping
meant
out the
Eric.
TNA original.
Eric Young hit the table, man. I heard it. It was like poof.
Again, this match is not even official yet. To your point, the bell is not rung. Off the top rope.
Mhm.
Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, before the bell ring, double knife. Look for the power driver, jackknife, takeover 2. Count only. Almost ended just like that. Oh, a short range clothesline.
Damn, he almost
Fast
took
and
his head
furious,
off.
and it only took one shot for Eric Young to put BDE down.
He took his head off with that, man.
And again, how is BDE's neck from that pile driver? You saw him grabbing and clutching the back of his head and neck. That pile driver was literally yesterday on Impact.
How does this dude freaking wrestle with his boots untied? Like, what is wrong with Eric Young?
Dude, that's a therapist question that even they can't answer, or a psychologist. Irish whip, reversal. The man that might as well run a mental asylum. Nice escape out of the corner, off the second rope. Again, was looking for the crossbody. Young catching him and just toss him up and over to the floor. Tailbone first, hit the apron.
Oh, yep. His spine definitely, or his tailbone, definitely hit the apron.
Again, this YouTube influencer, over 1.5 million subscribers, BDE, where it is about Brendan Does Everything, known as the Spartan, has been involved in wrestling now for a little bit about a year outside of the Dayton, Ohio area. Has been involved
Can I
in
get
wrestling.
subscribers?
Has been involved in Wrestling Revolver, Reality of Wrestling, and of course, signed to TNA Wrestling last year after his performance in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet at Bound for Glory. Has already been in the ring with the likes of, as we talked about earlier, Flop Dollar, for what that's worth, Cedric Alexander, Desmond Xavier, Jake Something, Jason Hodge, and even Ryan Nemeth. And Nick
Get
Nemeth
well.
just came off a great match against BDE on Impact. Just a cover out of the corner, hook of the far leg. It's a 2 count.
Get well soon, Jake Doyle, after that freaking
Yeah,
freak
no kidding.
accident.
Pop up powerbomb counter. Nice Rana takeover there by BDE. And again, throwing Eric Young off his game once again, taking him up and over. BDE staying in control. Pop up again. Eric Young catching him though, and the strength of the world-class Maniac might come into play. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh man!
Eric
The running
Young's that,
power bomb on the TNA logo. Center of the ring. Hook of the far leg. Eric Young side press and a kick out 2 by BDE.
Eric Young ain't young no more. He's a vet, and he's not used to that fast, that speed anymore. When he was running the X Division and things like that, man, he bulked up. He became more of a hardcore person and more about strength than stamina. So he's not used to this anymore.
46 years of age, 28 years involved in this game, trained by Scott Demore, original member of Team Canada, and again, former Impact World Tag Team, former Impact World, former King of the Mountain, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Global Champion, TNA World Tag Team Champion, Television Champion, covered here by Eric Young, kick out 2, and as much as I hate to say it, former TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion alongside ODB. He's held every title in this company except for the X Division Championship and the International Championship.
International's kind of new, so that's why.
He was in the finals last year, though, in the tournament against Flop Dollar and Steve Macklin. Netbreaker, here's the cover on BDE by Eric Young, gets a 2 count. Not to mention one of the damaged dog collar matches in recent TNA history against Steve Macklin for that title. Now the cravat being applied again, adding further pressure to the neck of BDE. Again, you control the head, you control the body, Walter, and we know that pile driver is going to have some stinger effect.
Yep. Especially with the way he delivers it.
Some call that
already,
pile driver the most dangerous pile driver in the game.
it's already a dangerous move all on its own.
Shots to the midsection right now as BDE tries to overcome this madman. Definition of mad. Swing and a miss. Trap at the arm. BDE hooking up Eric Young. Oh, reverse DDT. Cover with the far leg. Out of the ring. And a 2 counts. Says referee Frank Gusteau, who apparently outran Rosemary. BDE right now have a rare chance to capitalize here. Rolling in. Caught. Oh! And a power slam by Eric Young. Cover hook the far leg. And a 2 counts. The 2-time former TNA World Champion might be getting a little frustrated here, though that BDE is still hanging. Take a look at the replay here, Walter. Great takeover.
Oh. Yeah, he's frustrated that he can't put the young gun away.
I'll say, here's again a reminder about the rules of the main event. Good grief. Eric Young right now. Of course, Leon Slater, Nick Nemeth, and Eddie Edwards. So just to bring up to speed, by the way, basically what's happening is if any of the 3 men in the main event, Eddie Edwards, Nick Nemeth, and Leon Slater, who all are with a chance for the TNA World Championship, if any of them choose the opportunity to call their shot, cash in the briefcase, or use option C, the main event will be thrown out and turned into a singles TNA World Championship match with the other members banned from ringside.
I don't think Slater's going to do option C.
I don't think, honestly, any of those 3 men are going to take the opportunity tonight to go after Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. He's too fresh. We saw what he survived when he didn't surrender in that Texas Death Match at Genesis. I think Mike Santana is going to get his run this time.
And the injury report already said he was completely cleared.
Yeah, and Eddie Edwards, for all we know, is just one more big right hand away from a broken nose. Big right overhead shot there by Eric Young taking BDE down.
They say once you break your nose once, that it's never the same again. It's easily broken again.
Yeah, bruised, battered, bleeding. Eric Young's freaking autopsy as his history in TNA wrestling. Face first in the top turnbuckle. You think about, again, looking at the next generation. We talk about the potential, the infinite potential of when a wrestler can break out on the main stage. And BDE very much is that example at 26 years of age. Along with so many others who haven't even turned 18 or just about to turn 18 or 19. You think about Izzy Moreno, Billy Starks, the young crop of hungry talent in NXT, like freaking Sean Legacy. Overhead shot there right now by BDE. Talk about Mara Sade earlier. Is thrown in the corner. Swinging a miss again. Big overhead shot. And of course, AEW, their roster is hungry to show what AEW is all about. We're the best wrestle. And you figure about Kyle Fletcher became the now 2-time TNT champion, defending that against Mark Briscoe tomorrow, Grand Slam. Again, folks, stay tuned for our coverage tomorrow for AEW Grand Slam here at the Simple Studios, along with GCW. And right now, the big splash in the corner, freaking Buster in the brain, talking about Sinner Insane, talking about Jada Stone. Oh, the counter! He got him! Here's the counter! Look at the far right side, Brad's kick out to by Eric Young. Almost beating a 2-time TNA World Champion with that beautiful springboard cutter. Look at this, Walter. Man, there's some finesse behind that Chris Bay would be proud of. Irish whip reversal. Again, Chris Bay, I wish him all the best. And happy Valentine's Day to Chris Bay and Brittany Brooks, the center of attention, who was involved in AEW just this past week. And also be involved in GCW. Now Eric Young biting the face of BDE and a big right hand, taking him down again. The world-class maniac trying to win by any means necessary.
Was he trying to
go
for
now to the top rope? Elbow drop to the heart. Cover by Eric Young to win the night. BDE gets the short of it too again. Wow. I think Eric Young's about to blow a gasket.
He's blaming the referee.
Oh, you can't. If you punch out an official, you know you will be indefinitely suspended. You gotta control your temper, Eric.
But there's a reason that maybe Eric Young's realizing there's a reason he wanted to recruit BDE for this new regime, right?
I mean, again, we saw Rosemary chase Frank Costello off earlier. Now Eric Young inside the ring, back body drop by BDE, and that man's got to be screaming out in pain. But again, you need to push forward if you're going to prove what you're supposed to be in this day and age. Oh, no. Oh, God! Death Valley Driver! No! 2 count only. Somehow BDE kicking out of Eric Young's best, most impactful offense again on the head and neck.
Bro, he's about to be like a boiling tea kettle in a second, just go off.
The
Flip a
TNA
lid.
faithful are starting to get behind BDE as you hear chants starting to ring out here by the capacity crowd in the Pinnacle. Some of this crowd finally waking up from that elegant car wreck.
Is he gonna do a pile driver off the top rope?
Oh no, let's not go that far. Oh, BDE taking a page off Eric Young's playbook and a big right hand takes Eric Young down.
Take a bite out of crime.
Look at, oh my God! Canadian Destroyer! The cover! Eric Young kicks the shoulder up again. Wow!
That was
Imagine
unique.
a Canadian Destroyer beating a member of Team Canada tonight, Walter. And BDE staying in this matchup as much as Eric Young has. And once again, BDE going to the high-risk district, looking for something big here. Oh, no! Pushed up in the corner, and BDE loses his footing. And that company where the sun don't shine, and Eric Young going to BDE up for the pile driver! Cover 2, Eric Young with the win! Putting down BDE tonight, the world-class Maniac succeeds. Damn. Back-to-back pile drivers on back-to-back days come down to BDE's downfall. Frick Costello getting the hell out of the ring. I don't blame him. Eric Young's still very much a dangerous man, and I don't know if his point's proven about this cleanse. Eric Young wins tonight, though, at no surrender. Again, tremendous effort by BDE, but an emphatic pile driver by Eric Young puts BDE down tonight. Literally capsizing his body off the top rope to create that opportunity. And add even more insult to potential injury to BDE at no surrender.
Yeah,
Fred fired up.
Eric Young got to know he was in a fight, though.
Well, that was wild. Speaking of wild, here comes the Wild Child, who again will be challenging for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. As Myla Grace and Harley Hudson, congratulate her. And Tessa Blanchard, Mila Moore, and Victoria Crawford are in the same frame as well. Almost sounds like she challenged a one-on-one match. Uh-oh.
Is it for the contendership, though?
Apparently, it's not for the contendership, but apparently Jody Frett might have a real threat on her hands when it comes to her condition for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. And speaking of which, we'll find who's on the other side of the marquee soon enough. It's time for Layling Lee to defend the gold against NXT's Ariana Grace. And according to Ariana, if things don't go her way tonight, Stacks will be a singles man this Valentine's Day weekend going forward.
Go, Lady Ying! Oh.
For so many reasons. I don't give a damn if you're biased. This all stems back to that steel cage match when TNA beat NXT, thankfully, and Ariana Grace betrayed her father and broke her father's heart under the influence of that negative man in her life, Stacks. However, she went back to her father, said she didn't mean any of those things, but apparently says that Stacks was wrong. But based on her actions earlier, sounds like crocodile tears to me. All she's done is advance herself to a world championship opportunity at the expense of the director of authority, who's her father.
She just wanted to get a title shot. She used it.
Yeah, well, clearly, Walter, there's a disconnect somewhere in this triangle.
Yep.
Now, whether or not it's Ariana Grace and Stacks or Ariana Grace and Tina Morella, this match might literally give us the answer.
Well, it sucks to get broken up right before Valentine's Day.
Well, you're a fool in love. That's what happens to you.
Why do fools fall in love?
I don't know. I
That's
never
all you
did.
getting out of me.
I don't know. I never did. I never will. And
You
of
love
course, right now we're
wrestling.
getting a cold opener here, folks. As we see Ariana Grace stole the Cobra yesterday. Will the Cobra strike tonight? We get set for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Here's the tail of the tape. There's a small differential on height. Ariana Grace, 5'7", 5'3" for the champion. Warriors Way versus Graceland on the signature moves. And of course, the accolades. This is, of course, the first ever run for Layla Lee as the TNA Knockouts World Champion. And Ariana Grace is seeing her first major championship in her wrestling career.
Because she never deserved it.
Well, thanks to her father, she has the chance to get it. But we are dealing with the most lethal striker in TNA. For those that don't know, she does have a background in karate.
Yeah, talk about privilege. Jeez.
Yeah, well, Stacks might be privileged to stand alongside her longer than the next 15 minutes if this match goes Ariana Grace's way and that title unfortunately returns home to NXT.
It better not.
You saw the confrontation, though, Walter. Ariana Grace literally put Stacks on notice. Things go right, or I'm done with you.
Stacks probably pretty much going to do everything in his power. Make
Well, I
sure
mean,
it
hell,
doesn't.
Stacks doesn't have the gold, doesn't have the woman. I think Stacks pretty much is literally left on his own solo with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, for those that don't know, Ariana Grace has barely been wrestling, and I do mean barely wrestling. I believe her last singles victory was last year in December, and it was in TNA of all places. As we wait for the TNA Knockouts World Champion to come out.
I think her last actual match was when she partnered with Santana, wasn't it?
Her actual last match was a mixed tag at an NXT live show, but as far as televised, she challenged Fia Hill for the, or no, excuse me, that didn't happen. No, she challenged Fia Hill one-on-one, and Fia Hill beat her in less than 3 minutes. We'll see how long Ariana Grace survives against the most lethal striker in the TNA Knockouts division, with Thunderstruck Mortal Kombat to ensue. Lei Ling Lee, who's already defended this gold against NXT, as I said, in a battle of warriors against Zarya last month at Genesis. Ever since bringing the gold back home at Gold Rush last year against Kalani Jordan and Jordan Grace, Lei Ling Lee has been a strong, commendable fighting champion, taking on all comers and all invaders.
Defended against NXT. Shoot, she took it from NXT, brought it back home.
Thank Christ.
After signing a new deal.
Exactly. And let's not forget also her very first defense was against her own tag partner who lost earlier tonight, Zaya Brookside. Let's go down to Mackenzie Mitchell for the introductions for this match. And I hope not. Not NXT! Mackenzie Mitchell with the introductions as always.
What was his card? I missed it last night. I ain't come home till like 2 in the morning.
It's probably a clip in the Super Labo Studios. Go watch in the archives of my YouTube channel. See the predicting. Ariana Grace, folks, is 30 years of age, been involved 7 years in the game, known as Miss NXT or the Iron Princess. And yes, that is Santana Morella's daughter. And meanwhile, the opponent from Zhongjing, China, try saying that 5 times fast. 37 years of age, Singapore born, 8 years involved in the game, a background in Muay Thai and Kung Fu, reigning and defending TNA Knockouts World Champion, 88 days as champion, Lei Ling Lee. And a proud champion at that, too. One I'm proud of for damn sure. Of course, Lei Ling Lee, of course, has been in the hunt for this gold over 2 months ago. Beyond the point she got the title. Let's not forget, back at NXT Heatwave when freaking NXT stole it. She is the 69th TNA Knockouts World Champion. After taking it from Kalani Jordan. The bell rings, we're underway, and start your stopwatch. This might be a short one, folks.
Did she really steal it, or she just took advantage and was at the right place at the right time?
Hindsight's 2020, but considering who got it and what became of it, you be the judge. Conda will tie up here in the early going. Again, this is Ariana Grace's first televised match, if you want to believe that, folks. Televised match since December last year, when she teamed up alongside Stax and lost against Shia Hill and Skylar Ray in that mixed tag Christmas Chaos match. You know, I admire the gumption of Ariana Grace trying to make a point, but there's a way you go about in this business, and the way she's going about it is not the way of the Warrior to prove that you deserve to hold a title. Oh, good Lord. And Layla Lee almost kicked her head off there.
Bro, she got 3 of those tornado kicks away before she slid out. You seen that?
Yeah, the first one hit her on the shoulder.
Dude,
again, all we need is one strike right underneath the jawline, and KO. This is over.
If she hit the other 2, it might have been over right there.
And Stax now playing interception against Ariana Grace, much like what Stax did earlier in the TNA National Championship match. Ariana on the run. Again, targeting a chance to be a pinfall submission inside the ring. Swing and a miss off the ropes. Stax sneaks the clothesline. Lee right now. Oh, eats a knee in the midsection.
I hope Lee kicks him right in the meatballs. Forget about it.
Again, the risk of being broken up on Valentine's Day might be greater than Ariana Grace's chances of challenging for the Knockouts World Championship again. Up and over. Lee with the waist lock applied, and Ariana Grace back elbow strike. We got to consider, again, she has the Cobra. Does Santina Morella know that? And if that comes into play, will it be allowed? She wanted to prove herself, so literally her father gave her this opportunity. Again, I don't agree with a lot of Daria Ray's attitude and antics, but I agree with Daria on this one. Santino's acting more personal than professional, and I do think it's going to cost TNA in the long run.
Is the Cobra banned?
I don't think it's banned, but she has no right to bear it, clearly. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh, shit. She's back! Danny Luna is back! It's TNA Wrestling!
Her visa is cleared?
Well, Danny Luna's supposed to challenge, like we said, for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. But she hasn't been able to compete due to visa issues. Security trying to keep the TNA Knockouts World Championship that is booked right now still in play. Dayluna's got to be extremely pissed off, though. Oh, God! Dayluna attacking security. That's going to be a fine.
What a coincidence. Returns when look who won the Battle Royal, huh?
I mean, I don't want to call out for shadowing, but technically speaking, Danny Luna and Jody Fred are both in line now to challenge for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and that very well could be the match that could come at hand. Neckbreaker, Ariana Grace with the cover, hook of the far leg, gets a 2 count up to that freaking madness on the ramp. We are back to normal here in this match. The hell?
Is that just a distraction? What the hell was the point of that?
Well, I mean, for Ariana Grace, it probably was opportunity. And right now, Layla Lee needs to regroup here because Layla Lee knows the threat that Danny Fred is. The last time Danny Fred and Layla Lee should have ridden together, Danny Luna literally put her to sleep. Ariana Grace now off the rope. Oh, man, driver head first in the apron.
She might be pissed at Ying because, I mean, not Layla, but Ariana Grace because she says this is her title shot. But, you know, she was dealing with visa, so nobody knew.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, this cheap Italian date, the only way the title can change hands would be a pinfall or submission inside the ring. And Layla Lee preventing herself from hitting the apron. Again, Ariana Grace, though, staying on the attack. Ariana Grace is desperate at this point. Desperate for something for herself. That's what this comes down to. She wants to be a privileged prima donna princess. And she wants her crown tonight, or tiara. And Layla Lee push face first into the ring post. When you feel like you deserve everything from the world, you absolutely earn nothing. Entitlement is a freaking stupid drug for this generation. Snap suplex on the floor, especially influenced by a dating game nonetheless. I'm trying to figure out who in this relationship right now is actually more correct and more toxic.
Don't ask me.
Cover now by Ariana Grace in the middle of the ring. Layla Lee gets a 2 count. There's a reason why smart, simple men stay single. Take a look back at the replay, Walter. Nasty suplex on the floor to Leiling Lee. Flattening the Knockouts World Champion. You see right now, as we go back to live feed, Ariana Grace working the neck of the champion on the shoulder. Obviously trying to wear her down, probably for that Cobra strike. Leiling Lee trying to get back into this. Test of strength here. Up again, up in the fireman's carry. Leiling Lee escape out the back door. Schoolgirl roll up. Cover now to retain. It's a 1 count. Trying to win the championship and prevent it from going back to NXT. Again, critical opening here for the champion right now. Ariana Grace still looking to capitalize, looking for the net breaker. Now the backslide, the cover. 2 able to escape is Ariana Grace. Oh, man, just drove her elbow through the face of the champ. Cover now with the far leg and a 2 count lateral press for the challenger. And again, I give credit to the Knockouts World Championship not going to Daria Ray or Santana Marella and challenging this call. Just simply defending the title against everybody that wants to take it from her. But I do wonder, does Leiling Lee agree with Ariana Grace's stick? Does Ariana Grace deserve a chance?
Hell no. She just doesn't care who's across the ring from her. She just wants to wrestle and defend her title. That's all it is.
Well, let's be honest here, Walter. Do you think Leiling Lee underestimated Ariana Grace? Do you think that she's an easy person to beat? Or do you think that this is just the pride of the champion? Could this be pride before the fall?
I don't know, but ask Stephanie if I care about taking people lightly. What happens?
The biggest WTF of 2025 for NXT. Average whip reversal right now, and Ariana Grace running into the corner. Oh, face first in the top turn off the attempted splash.
Any given day, man, all it takes is 3 seconds.
And right now, Leiling Lee needs to mount a comeback here and take out Ariana Grace, because at this point, to your point, anyone she's in the ring with is a threat to the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Gets to the midsection. Ooh, round kick. Takes down. Oh, man, a pump kick. And Grace is going to pay the price for her pettiness and her sins tonight, in my opinion. Going to lose a boyfriend and going to lose a championship opportunity. The Warrior Spirit right now, burning bright. Leiling Lee running into the corner. Picking up where she left off here, just mounting Ariana Grace with these fists to the head. Here at No Surrender, just heeing off against Ariana Grace, who again has the height advantage, if anything else. This young woman, single mother, of course, that came from Singapore with a dream. Probably had a suplex. Leiling Lee now with the cover, sits in it, hook of the leg, kick out 2 by Ariana Grace. This honestly might be Ariana Grace's longest singles match to date. So good Brazilians there. Trying to get some encouragement or some wisdom from her boyfriend, soon-to-be ex-boyfriend, if things don't work out here. Stats cannot get involved here physically, or he will risk his girlfriend, then be girlfriend positive, get disqualified. Now hook of the head, inside cradle, and 2 counts. Again, throat thrust here. Great counter by Ariana Grace. Oh! Face buster on the knee. And the twisting neck breaker shoots the half into the cover. That will press, and Leiling kicks out 2 again. Oh my gosh. Frustration right now has got to be really setting in here for Ariana Grace. And Stacks right now doesn't know which way to look. Stops in the midsection. I mean, it's really bad to be single on Valentine's Day when it's just a freaking Saturday and the freaking 14th of February, and it really is irrelevant unless you just got a reason to spend a ridiculous amount of money on flowers and things in the shape of hearts and chocolates.
I feel like a woman made that holiday up just to market.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe it goes back to Aphrodite and the fact that everyone was affected for her. I don't know. That's not here nor there. I don't give a fuck about that.
Saint Valentine or whatever.
What I do give a fuck about is TNA wrestling, my TNA, what it used to be, and the TNA Knockouts, the TNA Knockouts World Championship. And Leiling Lee right now with a front face lock, might be looking for the superplex. Ariana Grace still finding back. Headbutt there. Takes the champion down to the mat. And right now, Ariana on the rise of the top rope, went for the double stomp, rolled through as Leiling Lee rode inside. Charging at Leiling Lee, I saw a little bit of hesitation there. Waist lock applied. Oh, and a German suplex. Folding Ariana up and over like an accordion. There's a lot of mustard on that one. Front face lock applied. Ling Lee to Ariana Grace.
And remember, the Cobra still hasn't come into play. I wonder if Stax has it in his pocket and it's not Grace that has it. And
That's
there'll
a
be
fair point.
some kind of miscommunication when they need to bring it out.
Again, Ariana Grace now perched up on the top rope, though. The TNA Knockouts World Championship handing in the balance, going all the way back to 2008 with the likes of Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, Taylor Wilde, Brooke Tessmarker, Rosemary, Jade, Jordan Grace, Masha Slamovic, and of course we saw earlier and talk about TNA Hall of Famers, Tara, and of course the 5-time Knockouts World Champion, Mickie James.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, though, of course, the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo, heavily part of that conversation as well. Oh my God, that superplex almost turned into a brainbuster.
Bro, that was kind of a DDT.
And it took a lot on the champion, though, as you see the champion unable to capitalize here. Critical moment here in this TNA Knockouts World Championship match. Referee starting her standing 10 count. If neither woman can answer, that will be considered a retainment on behalf of the champion.
This might be a crucial point of the match after that.
A critical moment here for Ariana Grace, whose last major singles match here in TNA was against Tessa Blanchard, and that lasted for 8 minutes. All right, Grace grabbing the hair of Ling Lee and just sparking a fire out of the champion here tonight. Both women to their knees. Center of the ring right now, Ariana Grace and Ling Lee refusing to relent, refusing to give an inch. Just a big old forearm combat here. And Ling Lee getting the better of the exchange right now, rocking Miss NXT. Again, the push off though, Ariana. Whoa, man, pump kick push. Ling Lee off against the ropes. An opportunity presented for the challenger. Ling Lee again though. Missed the clothesline, missed the high kick. And now Lee looking for the kick of her own. Oh, I caught her.
We may not feel like she deserves it, but she's holding her own on it in this match.
Well, there's only so many opportunities you get in this business. As right now, Ling Lee has Ariana up, possibly looking for Thunderstruck. Oh, wait a minute. Ariana Grace break the eyes, though. And referee didn't see it. Meanwhile, Stax just handed the championship into Ariana Grace. Went for a cartwheel roll-up, reversal cover, 2. Able to escape. Oh, man, Shining Wizard.
Referee should see the title in the ring by now.
But oh my God, it's spin, it Stacks to the outside.
Oh my gosh, she could have landed on her neck doing that.
I don't blame Ling Lee for being fed up here with this bullshit. Stacks on the floor, Ariana Grace slowly about to rise. Oh, again. Uses the middle rope to her advantage, and Ling Lee perched in a bad way. Grace, there's the Cobra! There's the Cobra! Stolen by Ariana Grace. Oh, the Cobra strikes! And now
we better not get a new champion.
First in the cover, Ariana Grace has
Oh, shit!
Ariana Grace has stolen the TNA Knockouts World Championship!
Who the fuck is booking this shit?
What the fuck?
That's because somebody's about to freaking turn in their chants. That's why.
Stolen Cobra, stolen hearts, stolen titles. This is a travesty. This is an absolute travesty. And you see, once again, reluctant President Carlos Silva handing the TNA Knockouts Championship back to fucking NXT and Ariana Grace for the first time ever. Stats keeps the girl. Grace gains the gold thanks to her father. Santana, you deserve to be fired. There's only one person right now that's happy about this whole situation, and it's not the fucking president. It's fucking Ariana Grace.
Make that 2 people. Hi, guys.
Fuck off, JJ. She has done absolutely nothing to earn this opportunity, to earn this accolade, to even earn this spotlight tonight. And now Ariana Grace is the face. Shut the fuck up, JJ. And now Ariana Grace is the face of the TNA Knockouts division. Fuck her and fuck your NXT.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the darkness begins to fall on this company as I know it. New era, my ass. It's a
Oh
dark
my
moment
God.
for an acquisition waiting to happen. As we got a
I
commercial break, fuck television. I'm gonna go get a drink. You two fuck off and go enjoy your freaking NXT stuff.
look. The whole point of the Emmanuel card, Walter,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know, is to make a prediction that you think is so outlandish that it won't come true.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted this shit.
Oh.
Now, clearly Stax lost his title. I wasn't here when that happened, but I
Mm-hmm.
predicted Ariana thinking Stax would retain and they would become like the power couple of TNA.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that he won, that she won, I'm like beside myself here because there is no way I thought this legitimately was going to happen.
That's crazy. This is some left field
And
stuff.
yes, Noah's right. If you go to the Simply Reliable Shorts channel, granted, it's a much longer video. It's not exactly a short, but it's on there. And you can see the entire thing. We predicted the
Mm-hmm.
Knockouts tag match. I played a card face down and ended my turn like you would in Yu Gi Oh! Then, when my turn came around again, I summoned the Emmanuel card to make my prediction. You've got to watch the whole video, see how everything transpired. It was fucking hilarious. But I just cannot believe that she actually did it.
Using her father's Cobra, nonetheless.
As soon as I saw her break the Cobra out, I was like, oh shit, she's actually going to win. And then she struck the 3 count. I was like, dude, I have to get in here. Noah's going to be Noah-ing, not his
Mm-hmm.
NXT. I knew he was going to be hot, but goddamn, I called that shit.
The title has been in NXT like twice now, 3 times. Damn.
Yeah, 3 times JC, Kehlani, and
Mm-hmm.
now Ariana.
It's crazy.
And both times that TNA got it back, they got it back on NXT shows, not on TNA shows.
Mm-hmm.
So Roadblock is coming up at the end of March, and then of course there will be Stand and Deliver.
Yep. I don't know. This is just crazy. Ah, I wasn't expecting that shit. Agent
I
Zero.
just can't believe that it happened.
Yeah, I didn't think they would actually pull the trigger. Order 4. Tasha Steeles, who didn't have a good night because she got eliminated earlier.
In
I forgot
Ali,
who
we trust.
I think I picked Order 4 for this because I think the Righteous has hidden agendas. They're not here to really be the Hardy's teammates.
We will find out sooner rather than later. Hopefully Noah comes back soon. I can dip back out, but I had to pop in when I saw that she won.
Mm-hmm. He went to get something to drink, he said. Or probably used the bathroom. I forgot what he said. That is a huge dude, yeah. Agent Zero is really the X factor of this whole match. I still can't believe the Righteous are here.
Right?
Mm. Bow, bow, bow. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see if Jeff smacks the that new submission hold on tonight. Oh, Jeff got some righteous paint. Paint.
Interesting.
What? That they let Matt have the other title still?
Well, just that they're all like righteous out.
Yeah.
And Jeff has the other one behind him.
Oh yeah, I see it on the
I
back.
think those are the House of Glory Tag
Tag.
Championships.
Yeah. I think they trusted the righteous way too easily.
See, the way I predicted this is that either way, they're going to the Hardy compound from here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the righteous turn on the Hardys or if the Hardys, as normal Hardys, are unable
Mm-hmm.
to beat Order 4. And so they have to get broken to fully jive with the righteous,
Oh, okay.
because I think the broken Hardys, broken Matt and Brother Nero, would gel better with Vincent and Dutch.
Yeah.
And then if the righteous turn on them, they're going to have to get broken to fight them.
Yeah.
So either way, we're going to get the broken Hardys in the next few shows. The question is,
Mm-hmm.
are they still going to be aligned or is there going to be a turn here?
Yeah. Mm, mm. Damn, there's a sea of Hardy fans.
Well, dude, they're in Tennessee. North Carolina is not that far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At least they don't give me that crap with the snapping of the fingers. Oh my god, Ariana Grace actually did it. Fuck. Alright, who's gonna start? Who's gonna start?
Looks like one of the great hands. Yeah, Nick. He lost it when Ariana Grace became Knockouts champion. I came in to gloat a little bit, and he dipped. He went to go get a tasty beverage, and he's probably ranting and raving in Noah fashion before he returns.
Damn, Matt already tagged out. These double axe handles to the shoulder by Joe.
Vintage Hardy Boys there. Nice arm wringer.
Mm-hmm.
Got to wonder how much the Hardys are going to trust the Righteous. Are they going to tag them in or are they going to stick with each other? You see, Matt just tagged Jeff to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not forget, Matt's had some unique partners in the past, being tag champs with both Bray Wyatt and MVP.
Yeah, I remember those competitions him and MVP had.
But Bray Wyatt very much on the same frequency as the Righteous here.
Oh yeah. Thirteen five. 6-1.
Noah, where are you?
You know what they say? If you shake it more than twice. Ooh, everybody's in the ring now. $25.79.
Pier 6 brawl time now.
Uh-huh.
I still think about Special Agent Oso every time they talk about Special Agent Zero.
Yeah, right? Yeah, see that? I just don't trust this. Jeff's legal? Okay.
No, Sandy, Noah's not having technical difficulties or anything. He just got pissed that Ariana Grace is the new Knockouts champion.
He's just mad it's back in NXT more. It's not that it's her herself, but
It's a combination of both. It's that it's back in
yeah,
NXT and that it's her.
yeah.
I don't think he'd be as mad if it was with someone like a Fallon Henley or a Kendall
Hmm.
Gray or a Ren Sinclair, somebody he actually likes. He'd still be irritated, but not as irritated.
True. Oof.
Yes, Charles, it did. The Emmanuel card came to fruition,
Crazy.
and it drove Noah away.
Oof. Nice chop on Mustafa. Why is everybody so happy? You talking about some yes. Oof. Flying elbow at Vincent.
Exactly, Charles. I'm sure Noah will be back in time for the main event, Sandy. I
Yeah.
think it's just this match in the main event, correct, Walter?
Yep.
Okay. So if he doesn't come back at some point during the Righteous, because I know Noah digs what Vincent and Dutch are saying, man. But if
Yeah.
he doesn't come back during this match, he'll be back in time for the main event to be sure.
Yeah. He probably really did have to go to the bathroom. More than
Yeah,
the
to vomit.
Ugh.
Dude,
Why
the
would
strength of zero.
right? Oh my God, he's gonna lose it tomorrow when we have to recap this and he has to mention it.
I know because I won't be there. but he's gonna have to discuss it because we always
Hmm.
talk about the watch alongs and we usually talk about new champions. If I can find an image of Ariana, that will be on the graphic for tomorrow, just to add to it.
um, Vincent getting double teamed out here.
Hutch and Skylar double teaming Vincent. Dutch and Matt coming in for the save. Ali and Zero coming for reinforcements now.
I think Dutch got tripped on the apron.
Nice backflip there by Ali. Tornado by Vincent.
He's gonna force Vincent to tag one of the Hardys.
And that's the only one there on the edge.
I
Jeff and
like what you
Dutch are
did.
down. There's the tag.
Matt's the only one there on the edge, huh? Layers.
Mhm.
Delete.
I know Noah wishes he could delete Ariana Grace as Knockouts champion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy going back and rewatching Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for clips.
Hell yeah. I think Matt's setting up for the twist of fate.
Delete. Kick to the midsection. Oh, chop block there by Skylar. Or no, that was
Tasha.
Hobbs. Excuse me. Skylar's in the ring.
Yeah.
I think Noah's just taking advantage of the fact that I'm here.
He might be taking his blood pressure medicine or something.
Like if I hadn't popped in, he probably wouldn't have left as long. He would have ran, grabbed a soda, came right back.
Yeah, he's taking his time.
He knows that I'm here, so he doesn't have to worry. Nice atomic drop there from Jeff. Leg drop to the no spot. Shotgun drop kick. Elbow drop. Hooks the leg. Gets a 2 count.
To the no spot.
But usually I call it the mommy daddy button.
Yeah.
I get that from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Nice back elbow from Jeff, taking out both the great hands. Whisper in the wind takes them both out. Hooks the leg. Ali breaks it up. And now Ali attacking the rest of the Hardy Righteous corner. Here comes Vincent. Duck the clothesline. Nice whirly bird into the side Russian leg sweep. Spear knocks out Vincent. Here comes Matt.
I don't remember who's legal.
Twist of fate. Step up in Seguri. Jawbreaker by Jeff. Agent Zero with a headbutt drops Jeff Hardy. Jesus, suicide dive there by Special Agent Zero.
Flying.
And now Dutch up in the ring. Don't do a Dutch. Off one rope. Jesus Christ. Cannonball over the top rope from Dutch.
Cannon Dutch.
Came crashing down and it hurt outside.
Mm-hmm. No shit. When Dutch and Zero get in this ring.
Is this ring reinforced enough for these two?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we could use Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Business is about to pick up.
Hell yeah.
Both men trading shots center of the ring. Dutch getting the advantage on Agent Zero. Irish whip. Nice power slam from Agent Zero to Dutch. Vincent comes in. Looks like he's trying to put a sleeper on Zero, but Zero just snap-mares him over. Now the Hardys double teaming Agent Zero. Referee needs to get some order here. At the end of the day, babyface or not, it's a 3-on-1 attack. Poetry in motion action here from Jeff. And now Dutch in position. Vincent hits it off of Dutch, the OG style.
Mm.
Now it's a straight up 4-on-1 assault on Special Agent Zero.
Surprised they can keep him down.
I'm surprised Tasha Steele's not doing anything here.
Mm-hmm. The hell are they setting up for?
Double twist of fate.
I thought Jeff Hardy stopped.
Double twist of fate. Dutch to Ali and Matt to Zero. And now Vincent and Jeff going to the top. Are we going to get double swantons? Vincent and then Jeff, double swantons. Matt goes in for the pinfall, hooks the leg on Zero. Oh, and break up by Skylar. Dude, I picked Order 4 to win this. I would not have been mad if Matt had got the win right then.
Me neither. I picked Order 4 too.
Jeff just thrown out of the ring. Now the great hand's going after him.
Oh, they're going to throw him off the stage. No, don't do this.
Vincent in with the save. There goes Skylar. There goes Hotch. Hardy and Vincent take out the great hands and Zero. Dutch and Ali, Matten in the ring. Tasha Steele throws powder in Dutch's eyes. Ali throws Matt into Dutch. Black hole slam by Dutch inadvertently. Drop kick sends Dutch to the outside. Ali going up top. 450 splash.
Oh, it's over.
1, 2, 3. Ali just pinned Matt Hardy.
Got my prediction right. That's all I care about.
Noah, are you there, bruv?
The lights just went out. What the hell is this?
It's Elijah in the guitar-shaped casket.
Uh,
Tomorrow, Elijah is having a casket match against Ali for the TV tapings. And Ali going right after Elijah now.
that's not Elijah though.
Wait a minute.
That's like a stunt double.
There's Elijah inside the casket. It was a
Mm.
decoy. Ali's in the casket. Elijah tries to shed it, but Ali escapes.
I'm surprised Jeff Jarrett never did that, getting a guitar shaped casket match. That's actually kind of cool, to be honest.
Right?
Mm.
Santino's trying to see what's going on with Ariana. Daria is intercepting him here. Noah's not back, Nick. I thought he maybe would come back on. Noah, are you there, bro? Come on, Noah. Noah. All right, I'm gonna dip out and see if he'll come back if I'm not here.
Now, are you back? Did he put himself back? Getting a cold promo from Mike Santana here. Got Nick Nemeth promo. Emotional champs don't last. And again, this stat they kept saying it. If one of the three people, Eddie, Leon Slater, or Nick Nemeth, decide to call their shots, cash in briefcase, etc., then the tag match would immediately get thrown out, and whoever that person is, we would get a one-on-one championship match for the TNA title. So if option C gets activated, or a briefcase, or Nick calls a shot, which I doubt, everything changes. But it is the 13th. Friday the 13th, and Noah gets a horror present as Ariana Grace becomes a new champion. Wheel the order 4 did. Out first, Nick Nemeth.
Let's fan this fucking shit up.
You all right, man? Your stomach hurt?
Talk to me tomorrow. Let's just focus on the job at hand. All right. Let's see if Mike Santana survives the night. Still TNA World Champion, knowing he's being attacked at all 4 sides because even his partner could possibly challenge. Again, if either Nick Nemeth or Leon Slater or Eddie Edwards call their shot tonight, this match will be thrown out and turned to a singles TNA World Championship match for our main event. And the other 2 will be banned from ringside. That being said, Nick Nemeth, former TNA World Champion, of course, came into, of course, TNA Wrestling after sending Kazarian into the danger zone and winning the title at Slammiversary shortly when he made his initial impact. And, of course, lost it to Joe Hendry.
I throw you for a loop. What if all 3 want to call their shots?
Then I guess you would have to have a fatal 4-way on your hands, or it would be firstly first come, first serve. As here comes the system, and Eddie Edwards, of course, holds the Feast or Fire briefcase with that TNA World Championship match. But I do think Eddie Edwards would want to wait until he's 100%. To your point, he's coming in here with a compromised nose close to the point that it could be broken if hit correctly.
Hey, Noah, you're an IT guy. Do you think this system upgraded or they went back into ancient times? They went back into the old software.
Well, I'm one that believes in research and development and quality results. And right now, the results shows that the system still works. And the system now has a guaranteed shot at the TNA World title. You know what it means when you hold that piece of gold. That's why Moose held TNA down when he, of course, had the gold. And the system was underneath his foundation. We also saw the system beat the Hardys literally in 8-person tag team action this past Thursday on Impact when Jeff Hardy got dropped in his head by Bear Bronson. Bear Bronson, previous challenger to the TNA World Championship, after winning a Battle Royal and Sid Alexander the Prime, previous challenger to the TNA X Division Championship. The entire momentum of this company can change in a moment based on any of these men, but the system is still the most dangerous threat because they have the numbers.
Yep.
And the youngest in charge might become the youngest TNA World Champion if he chooses to pursue option C.
And not just that number 3 briefcase either. Hey. Spaceship has landed, Noah.
Leon Slater, of course, coming back from the UK, to your point, challenging Camilo Hayes for the WWE United States Championship. And the youngest X Division champion in this company's history with incredible wins over the likes of Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann, and Myron Reed. And also coming from NXT, challenging Femi for the NXT Championship. It's had a hell of a start so far to this year alone for the youngest in charge. But again, Leon Slater, Mike Santana, the last real champions of TNA Wrestling. We saw how well that turned out, of course, previously when we had this type of situations. But I do wonder at the end of the day, if you're not here to be the top, what are you doing? Leon Slater might be the top of the X Division, but you got a guaranteed shot at the TNA World Championship on a vulnerable TNA World Champion. Why not pull the trigger?
When was the last time somebody activated option C?
Ah, man.
It's been a while, right?
It has been a while. I almost want to believe that it was Frank Kazarian against Josh Alexander. I believe that was the last one.
Damn.
And, of course, he lost at Overdrive as the realest, the nastiest, reborn from his demons, a proud father, a proud Latino, and a much more prouder and powerful TNA World Champion. Mike Santana has entered the pinnacle.
Can they do it, his title reign right this time, please?
Well, we saw him with no surrender at that Texas Death Match when he took on Frank Kazarian, why Nick Nemeth was the special guest referee. And we saw Nick Nemeth try to call a shot afterwards, and Mike Santana spun his block.
It's just a target on his back.
And he lives for it. He defines that legacy everywhere he goes, holding the TNA World title, defined by the likes of AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, James Storm, and the longest reigning TNA World Champion in this company's history, of course, Josh Alexander, and the face of the franchise, Moose. And, of course, Sting, the icon.
It's Sting.
There very well could be a situation here where we might get a domino effect where everybody might call their shot tonight. But the system might neutralize everybody else. Let's never get the systems out there at ringside.
That's why I brought that up, because it might be. Because you notice Nemeth has not let go of that trophy.
Well, again, Mike Santana lives for this pressure, and he knows that he is the most wanted man right now at no surrender, and he's showing no fear for it.
But again, if Santana's 100%, this might not be the smartest time to do that.
Well, at the end of the day, while he has 3 guaranteed opponents waiting in the wings right now, you are the biggest target when you hold the richest prize in this company, and that is the TNA World Championship. And Mike Santana is well aware of that.
Hey, man, this might be his future. You got 3 main events on 3 different pay-per-views. If each one takes their time and calls their shot, back-to-back pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's very true. And again, for those that are wondering how this could work, Leon Slater would have to give his word that he would relinquish the X Division title and that way catch an option C for a guaranteed TNA World title shot. Eddie Edwards, of course, Streets of Fire briefcase, could cash in his shot at any time for the TNA World title. And Nick Nemeth can call his shot at any moment, holding the call your shot gauntlet since Bound for Glory.
Nemeth and Eddie got the best chance because they could wait till the end of the match and do that, no?
Well, again, do you do it during the middle? Do you do it when you find your opponent most vulnerable? Do you do it after the fact? We saw Nick Nemeth try and do it after the fact when he was the freaking special guest referee and raised his hand and dropped him in the danger zone, and Mike Santana spun to his block. And you figure about what you're saying. Yes, 3 opponents for the TNA World Champion. There are also 2 former TNA World Champions in this match right now with the current TNA World Champion.
True.
We got the leg there by Eddie Edwards, the side headlock. The scissors take over. Stalemate in the early going here. And again, Eddie Edwards, though, coming to the most vulnerable because of his nose, even though he is clear to compete. At the end of the day, trust only goes so far when it comes to the prize at hand. Leon Slater is not an idiot. He's got to be aware of that opportunity if it presents itself. Why wouldn't you go after it? Shoulder block.
That's true. And eventually you're going to have to want to climb the ladder to the next level, right?
Yeah, exactly. And as we heard from the clown of TNA, Frank Kazarian is also held bent by any means necessary to get back after the TNA World Championship. Let's keep in mind, the only reason that clown got the title was because the NXT Outcast injured Mike Santana after a match where he defended it. Shoulder block. Main event here at No Surrender 2026 here at the Pinnacle TNA Wrestling Tag Team Showcase. Could be 1, if not 2, if not 3 TNA World Championship matches at hand before the end of the night. Mike Santana, of course, now the standard of TNA Wrestling, taking that moniker from Josh Alexander last year at Genesis in that I Quit match. It's lonely being at the top, but it also means you are literally the most vulnerable target. Cheap shot Eddie Edwards, tab made to the most wanted. Nick Nemeth. Nice arm drag there by Mike Santana, staying on the attack. And so far, oh man, quick from the eye by Nick Nemeth. So far, it's only been Mike Santana involved in this match. And I do think that plays to both Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards' strategy, to your point. Weaken the champion. Oh, nice scoop slam.
Might be the smartest thing you can do, right?
And at the end of the day, I talk about decision making. I talk about the authority. I talk about professional versus personal between the 2 directors we got right now in the power struggle. Who made this match, Walter? Daria Ray.
Uh-huh.
Daria Ray has been in Leo Slater's ears. Daria Ray knows what Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards have.
Hey, man, when you're young and vulnerable, you're easier to manipulate. You know, it's harder to manipulate someone who's been in the game forever and a veteran. But when someone young that seeks molding,
Well, clearly there's a reason and there's a vision that Daria Ray has for TNA Wrestling, and it's trying to undo Santana Marella's family values. It's those family values that cost TNA the TNA Knockouts World Championship tonight. And Slater right now, oh my God! What a monkey flip, launching Nick Nemeth to the other side of the ring, who quickly rolls to his corner and makes the tag to Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards, also a former X Division champion, of course, TNA Grand Slam champion. And down goes Eddie Edwards in the cover. And again, the system, Bear Bronson, Cedric Alexander, and Brian Myers are at ringside.
Nick might have broke his own nose the way he landed.
Yeah, no kidding. Tag made. Talk about elevation. Of course, like we talked about again, Leon Slater has been a very busy schedule outside TNA this year in NXT and WWE, challenging for the NXT Championship and the United States Championship in the UK.
He literally got stuck overseas. He couldn't come back to defend his title in the last PLE.
A big shot from behind there. Critical moment right there for Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth to isolate the TNA World Champion and take advantage.
Yeah, hiccups.
A little bit. And look at what Nick Nemeth is looming. And to your point, the trophy amongst all of that gold, all of that opportunity. And again, you can call your shot in the middle of this match. Well, big boot. Ain't going to call anything right now if you can't freaking speak. You saw both Leon Slater and Mike Santana slip out there to prevent Nick Nemeth from what he was probably thinking. Elbow there by Eddie Edwards. Last time Eddie Edwards held, of course, the TNA World Championship was the Impact World Championship when he took it off Eric Young during the pandemic. Of course, a former TNA tag team champion alongside Brian Myers when the system was literally running TNA Wrestling. And clearly Eddie Edwards wants the system to reboot back to that promise and progress. Tag made to Nick Nemeth. And Nick Nemeth, the only accolades he's held is the TNA World Championship and the TNA World Tag Team Champions alongside his annoying little brother. And you see right now, Brian Myers with a cheap shot, though, right behind the referee's back, the system, jaw-jacking, trying to jet the jaw of the TNA World Champion. And favor those, by the way, that's been tuning in all night to our coverage for TNA No Surrender. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. As we saw, Jody Frett has earned a shot for the TNA Knockouts World Championship in the Battle Royale. BDE got dropped on his head via Eric Young's pile driver. Layling Lee lost the TNA Knockouts World Championship to NXT's Ariana Grace, thanks to the Cobra of Ariana Grace's father. And Daria Ray right now is talking with the champion as we speak, and I can only imagine what she thinks of all this, as I think Daria Ray only cares about one thing right now, and that's getting Santana Marella fired. Threatening to even break his arm if he tries to pull that Cobra out, where Santino may be unaware that Ariana Grace has it. Nice springboard moonsault off the second rope, wiping out Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. We also saw the Elegance brand, thanks to Ash involvement, dropping Indi Hartwell's foot off the bottom of outside Red's vision. Hold on to the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, tag immediately on Slater, and the Riders and the Hardys failed to beat the Order 4 thanks to a blind powder spot and a Dutch miscommunication. And that all leads us now to our main event. Big boot by Leon Slater. Again, the age of 21, folks, the youngest in charge. Current X Division champion, the cornerstone of TNA's alternative identity and direction. A division that has been about no limit. Handspringing on again, the kick to the lower spine by Eddie Edwards outside the referee's vision. Pinpoint timing there. Now Nemeth and Eddie Edwards isolating the X Division champion. In a way, if you can't weaken the TNA World Champion, you can prevent the X Division champion from putting at option C if he's not able to compete.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I do wonder again, bigger strategy here. Oh, man. Neutralize a threat or neutralize the target? What is the strategy for Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards, and for Leon Slater for that matter?
Combination of both, I guess, right?
There's so much of a domino effect here in this freaking trapezoid of TNA World Championship picture chances. Boot wash to the side of the face there with the stomp by Nick Nemeth and Leon Slater in the corner. Shot to the midsection there. Former, of course, NXT champion, former WWE World Heavyweight champion, Money in the Bank recipient. Of course, the last time he captured the briefcase, it was one of the biggest ovations in modern wrestling history. Tag made, Eddie Edwards.
The Eyes Center in New Jersey.
And here we are at the Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee, where history might recreate itself. And spring, double back elbow strike on the high end. Right now, Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth down, and Leon Slater with a kip up. And Slater, though, back up to his feet, following up in the attack. High boot to Nick Nemeth. I forget if Nick Nemeth or Eddie Edwards is legal. Eddie Edwards to the outside, and Leon Slater up and over with a plunger, wiping out the leader of the system.
I think it's Nick Nemeth this league. No, Eddie.
Slater right now going up to the top rope. Bear Bronson, though, trying to create a distraction, and Cedric Alexander taking the advantage for Eddie Edwards. Fended off, though, for the time being. And being fended off by Mike Santana as well. Mike Santana moves to try to attach him against the system. Topic on Hilo, wiring them all out.
Este hombre está loco. This dude's crazy.
And Leon Slater right now. Eddie Edwards in the drop. So, whoa, for the 450. Eddie Edwards rolled inside. Oh, and got caught with a super kick by Nick Nemeth. Falls in the cover, but he's not legal to your point. Eddie Edwards is cover. Hold the far leg. Kick out of Leon Slater, too. Of that momentary hesitation there by Nemeth and Edwards might have cost him the match there.
If Nick was legal, that would have been it for Slater.
Well, either way, all the extra elements have been wiped out of play for the time being. Faces that tope con hilo by Mike Santana. Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth in control right now, currently of the X Division champion. Again, Slater has shown tremendous growth and toughness, though, since being a part of TNA, endorsed by the Hardys, and winning the TNA X Division title, endorsed by the inaugural X Division champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, who's now retired. And again, Leon Slater, how much is he figured about option C right now? And is that distracting him? And Nick Nemeth right now might be taking advantage here. Just put in the boot to the back of the head of Leon Slater. Again, firmly in their corner. Tag made Eddie Edwards.
Or could the opposite happen? He trusted him too much that it's not even in his head, and Leon can take advantage if you think about it.
There's quite a lot of different strategies in play here for all four men. At the end of the day, Mike Santana, it's survival and it's no surrender. Because there's no way Mike Santana wants to lose the TNA World Championship. Oh, man, Slayer with a nice suplex to Edwards.
Especially two short-ass rings? Nah.
And tap made to Nick Nemeth. And again, Nick Nemeth coming into play, grabbing Leon Slayer at the legs. Leon Slayer, by the way, folks, has been the X Division champion now for 209 days and has had, 9 defenses of that title. Pressure being added by Nemeth. Gets a 2 count off the elbow drop.
Would have been 10 if it...
Go ahead.
Would have been 10 if his visa didn't have an issue.
Well, at the end of the day, it is what it is with that type of worldly madness. Wins over Myron Reed, of course, men like Dries, Marcus Mathers, Rich Swann, Stacks, Flop Dollar, Jason Hotch, has defended it in NXT, ASE, and Wrestling Revolver outside TNA Wrestling since winning it last year in July.
Technically defended it against Javon Evans.
And technicality aside, tag made as Eddie Edwards again. Great awareness there, grabbing the leg and a vicious jumping elbow drop to the spine of Leon Slater again by Nick Nemeth.
I remind you that Nemeth is pushing 50, bro.
Still showing off as ever. It's mostly nothing but Dolph Ziggler. Miscommunication there caused by Leon Slater. John lunging towards Mike Santana for the tag. And Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth preventing him from making the reach. Now on the apron, fighting up against the world. Watch the system though. Brian Myers. There goes Bear Bronson. So Alexander. Leon Slater evading everybody here better than anyone on the Seattle Seahawks or the Patriots defensive running backs. And right now, Nick Nemeth looking to prevent Mike Santana from being tagged in. Leon Slater with the up kick though. And a launching tag made to the TNA World Champion.
Leon just did like the freaking track and field jumping hurdles and shit.
Tennessee Titans can learn a thing or two about that. Irish whip reversal by Mike Santana against Nick Nemeth right now. Nick Nemeth, I believe, is legal. Oh, and a knife edge chop. Woo!
Wow.
There's a stank on that one.
Stank ain't the word, man.
And right now, Eddie Edwards pushed off in the corner. Again, Eddie Edwards not legal, though. Reverse by 50! Edwards got planted again on that nose. Might be out for the time being. Looking for the powerbomb. Nick Nemeth escaped. Izaguri ducked underneath. And now Nick Nemeth looking to follow up. Mike Santana. Great agility in play here. And right now caught. Oh, the divine driver! And Santana with the cover to survive. And a kick out at 2.5 by Nick Nemeth.
That was a crazy sequence.
No kidding. Take a look at the replay here. To your point, that knife is chopped, not the wind out of Nemeth, but somehow lunging into Santana's arm. Fireman carried death by driver takeover for a near fall.
Bro, based on that replay, you might have caught him in the throat instead of the chest.
And tag made to Leon Slater, and you can see the wear and tear of this battle on the X Division champion. But Mike Santana trying to fire him up. Hard Irish whip, jumping the elbow strike by the X Division champion. Now throwing to Mike Santana, a little double team offense. Off. Great spurs goes Nick Nemeth. Leon Slater, split leg frog splash off the second. And the step up, moonsault. Great tag team cohesion. Slater in the cover, and Nemeth kick out at 2.
Mike was smart. He remembered he wasn't the legal man. See how he was communicating with Leon.
Yeah, Santana, to your point, wanting to believe that was it. Of course, preserve his TNA World Championship. That was a beautiful step-up moonsault combination there by Leon Slater and Santana. These two could be a formidable tag team, honestly.
Yeah, but
now the double fireman's carry. Eddie Edwards, though, saving his partner.
Can he
Meanwhile, Mike
trust him,
Santana going outside. Topic on Hilo and Nick Nemeth.
This dude loves the topes, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. And Leon Slater. Oh, my God! Slater over the ring post, wiping out Eddie Edwards on the floor.
This dude's gonna need a new hit by 30, man.
Oh, what the fuck? Wait a minute! That's Steve Macklin!
Hey, wasn't he fired?
Fired!
He's fired!
Remember he said, I was selfless. I was too selfless. He insulted Mike Santana last night on TNA Impact before security dragged him out the door. This man doesn't work here anymore.
He just spit on him, too. Hey, man, but he might have just weakened him for somebody to cash in one of their opportunities.
What the hell is Macklin doing here? What the hell is Daria Reyes and Tim Morella not aware of this?
Yeah, Daria
Macklin's on Hinge. What about security?
Daria might know. She might have secretly did this.
Well, since Morella did last night, and Daria Reyes shoot him out for it. Corruption at the top of TNA Wrestling is high on alert here. Security right now dragging Macklin out of the building, but Santana's also going out with him. Not Leon Slater, preferably, is in a handicap match.
If you want to set up Santino to show him as a failure, you do things like that. You hire Macklin, and then you accuse him of not being able to run a show, right?
Well, right now, Leon Slater, you're going to have to really demonstrate no surrender to survive the system and Nick Nemeth, as Leon Slater's been left out here all on his own.
With the whole system out there, too.
And I'm about to say, it's about easy pickings. It's virtually 6-on-1. Or 5-on-1, excuse me. About now, we got to worry about the middle of the ring. The match technically is still continuing, by the way, because Mike Santana was not legal. Leon Slater is, and Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth immediately are on the attack.
Hey, but nobody can cash in anything if the champ ain't around, right?
I guess, unless Nick Nemeth wants the X Division Championship, because technically, if Nick Nemeth were to cash in that, he could just talk about that, add that to his resume, and cash in for option C and take Leon Slater out of the running completely. Strategies, like you said, strategies are abound clearly for Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth. And right now, the audience are channeling Moose, who again, Moose vowed to destroy the system. I created it. I can destroy it. Nick Nemeth right now mocking Leon Slater, who we know has nobody can make a tag to.
Yeah, Moose might come out.
Well, that would be a great way to neutralize the system, but it's still 2-on-1 at the end of the day. For all we know, Macklin and Santana are fighting on live music venue. And to your point, Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth realize right now they can't call their shot or go at the TNA World Championship. So what do? You take all that anger and frustration out on the TNA X Division Championship and send a message.
True indeed.
they're going to humiliate Leon Slater, the X Division champion, in the process. Talk about making an example from right now, back elbow strike. Leon Slater, we know, is going to fight for everything he's worth. Big missile drop kick out of the corner after second. Wipes Eddie Edwards out.
How many times do I say that the one thing you can't measure is heart? And Leon is showing it.
Eddie Edwards rocked off that one. Leon Slater just trying to will himself back up to his feet. Again, there is no one for him to tag. But again, Walter, your heart can only take your body forward for so long. The body does give out. Nick Nemeth is legal, looking for that delayed DDT. Leon Slater trying to fight back though. Leon Slater with the twisting neck breaker.
Oh, shit. I thought that was Nick doing an offensive move, but Leon turned it around.
And Leon Slater right now, 2-on-1 situation, fighting off the world as he's done his whole young life. Big boom in the corner to Nemeth. Eddie Edwards in the opposite corner. Edwards and Nemeth stagger towards the middle of the ring. Leon Slater ascends high above the ring. High cross body. Slater with the counter, but the fire leg, he did it! Oh, man, come on. Kick out 2.5. That would have been a miraculous come-from-behind victory for the youngest in charge. Average reversal, rebound off the ropes. Catching Eddie Edwards with a kick.
A lot of miracles do happen in Nashville, though.
And right now, Nick Nemeth up and around. Oh! The referee got hit as well. That modified blue thunder bomb. Uh-oh, and Slater just realized the system won't work.
This is Moose's chance.
And right now, Leon Slater's being swarmed by Brian Myers, Sid Alexander, and Bear Brunson. Well, wait a minute. You called his name and he appeared. The face of the franchise is here. Moose.
Moose.
The man who helped build the system, despite the fact Eddie Edwards designed it.
He might have the Norton to this virus. The Norton protection.
That's one of the worst antivirus programs ever. Moose is far more qualified and capable than that shit. I'll guarantee you that much. And Moose right now scrambling against the big man, Bear Bronson. And right now, Bear Bronson, drop kick! By the former NFL linebacker, swing and miss, Cedric planted with a urinagi. Oh, that sets on. And a kip up on the 5-tool player of TNA Wrestling.
Turn around, Myers.
Moves face to face with what he thought was at one point his family. Oh, well, that's not going to work for Brian Myers.
He apologized for nothing.
And Moose right now is looking to send Brian Myers back to the recycle bin with a power bomb to the floor on the rest of the system.
Now that's one way to take the system out.
Moose had single-handedly deactivated the system tonight, and all that's left is the man that reinitiated it. Oh, man, and they was about to feel the wrath of Moose, and it is long freaking overdue.
Maybe
and
Moose
now Moose
is
and Eddie Edwards are finding up the entry. Again, folks, there is no referee. This match is still in play, and I think it just became a one-on-one.
Maybe Moose is you, because when there's an issue with the system, you call the IT guy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. As the system right now is trying to go after Moose to protect their leader, which means Leon Slater and Nick Nemeth are the only ones left in what started as a tag team encounter. Daria Ray's main event has completely broken down.
Dude, we went.
There's chaos here at TNA Wrestling. Schoolboy Roll on that fun Nemeth at the tights. 2 count on the X Division champion. Technically, Nick Nemeth could earn an X Division championship match. We win tonight. Favorite, sir! Play on its head, cover, deep hook of the leg. Kick out of 2 months later.
We technically went from a 5-on-2 to a 5-on-1 to a 1-on-1 all in the same match.
Well,
ain't that crazy?
This is definitely not going to be a one-on-one. This is definitely not planned to be, and that's a championship match, but it might as well be a no surrender. Golly. That head got driven into the canvas off that famous, sir. And how the hell Slater survived that, I'll never know. First time we're hearing this is awesome chance from the TNA faithful as Nick Nemeth right now is looking to tune up the band. How fitting in Music City, USA. Oh, but Leon Slater calling the super kick. I think Khan with the kill of his boot, too. Nemeth is down. Slater out high. Young is in charge. Get ready to flag. Is it finally time? Swanton 450.
It's over.
Slater. Chaos. Controlled. Slater prevails at no surrender.
Well, what the fuck is going on with Macklin, though? How do you get fired and you keep being able to pop back in?
I mean, as a former military man, you know how to infiltrate. I'm just saying. But also, the jury is out. Did he buy it together as a fan, decide to jump the rail? Either way, we had an unemployed man. We had somebody kicked out from the system. We had all hell break loose. And Leon Slater, the youngest in charge, with the biggest heart and strongest spirit, survived tonight, winning the main event, no surrender, with that beautiful Swanton 450, pinning Nick Nemeth. Leon Slater just pinned a former TNA World Champion.
Crazy. And
We got a vendetta against the system. Bit Eddie Evans in the ass.
We got 196 people watching too for a TNA event.
Well, amidst the chaos of the main event, as the numbers continue to climb for the main event here on our watch-along tonight, Leon Slater rides high and scores one of the biggest wins of his young career tonight at no surrender. Demonstrating no surrender quite emphatically.
Wait.
Incredible showcase of spirit by Leon Slater.
Noah, what is going through Slater's head, though? Does he feel like maybe Mike abandoned him, so he might use option C now? Why'd you leave me in the match all alone? Or does he know what happened?
He's unaware of the chaos, and to your point also, he did pin a former TNA World Champion. So that has to constitute for something when it comes to him challenging potentially for the TNA World Championship. Either way, there was no surrender. There was no called shots. There was no opportunities given. But Leon Slater survived this absolute Armageddon tonight at the end of this special. And I thank all 200 plus of you for tuning in tonight for our coverage of TNA's No Surrender. We hope to see you tomorrow, not only for AEW Grand Slam, but GCW, as well as the Chat Shenanigans. And I will be hosting that. And I look forward again to continuing everything that we cover. It's been a wild ride that made my blood go high tonight, but I hope that you all had an incredible time. So on behalf of the Super Bible Studios, for Walter Cruz, I'm the Smith Noah Foster, reminding you to make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. Stay in tune to the Super Bible Studios for all your wrestling coverage. And we will see you tomorrow night, Saturday, for GCW and Grand Slam, Sydney, Australia, down under. Thank you so much for tuning in. Walter, been an absolute pleasure. JJ, you still fucking suck, but you're a good soul, too. Cut the fucking feed. I'm going to bed.
JJ's backstage. I don't know if he wants to say something.
Post-credit, make it quick.
No. He just wants us to.
Yeah, I'm about to say.